Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mickey Blackware Stadium, and we are ready to go for tonight's big-time matchup between BC Rain and your number one Gulf Shores Dolphins. Coach Jimbo Turbert on the call tonight with me. Chris Jacks. We're missing Owen Corcoran. He's out with some family this weekend enjoying their travels, but we got big shoes to fill tonight, missing Owen, but we're excited to have Jimbo Turbert with us on the call.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. It's and especially with the cool weather moving in this week, I get to slide up in the booth and not have to freeze my rear end off on the sidelines. So glad to be here and look forward to a fun and just an explosive football game that we've got coming up between the Gulf Shores Dolphins and the BC Rain Red Raiders.
Two good teams tonight we got here. Dolphins claiming the region championship last week, but BC Rain coming in. They've won, 6 in a row, Coach, I believe, or 7-2 on the year?
7-2 on the year, 6-game winning streak coming into the last game of the season. The typical coach speak, they are playing their best football at the time that they want to be doing that, heading into the playoffs, and there's not a bigger challenge in front of them tonight than the number one ranked 5A team in the Gulf Shores Dolphins. And I heard Coach Yelding on the radio earlier this week, and he made it clear that they had a great day of preparation on Tuesday, and they are coming down here fully confident that they can hang with the Gulf Shores Dolphins, and they're ready to go.
Coach Yeldon's been doing it a long time.
He sure has.
Been in Baldwin County, was at Daphne for a long time. When they won their state championships under Coach Vick, he will have his team ready to go. They'll be sound. They'll be disciplined. He's been doing it for a very, very long time, and we know he'll have his guys ready to go. We got captains tonight at the midfield. We've got number 6, Colin Wilson, for the Gulf Shores Dolphins, junior. Number 20, sophomore Landon Everett, that is, who's played really good football of late, Coach Tolbert. We got number 22. I'm sorry, we got number 11, Elijah Myers, right there. I believe. Is that what we got, Coach? Number 11? I'm having a hard time looking down there and seeing. I see number 9, Price Stevens, as well.
The teal jerseys are throwing us off a little
numbers,
bit.
Look, I see it on. I think it's number 11, and I think that's Elijah Myers right there as well. That's a captain. So get these guys getting ready to go, getting ready for the coin flip here. Exciting night, Coach. I am super pumped up about this football game.
I am too, and like you said, a BC Rain Raider team coming in here 7-2. You mentioned Coach Yelding and how long he's been doing it, how his team will come in here and play. There's not a better extension of that head coach than his own son, the quarterback. Amari Yelding has been playing some phenomenal football as of late, and he looks forward to leading his Red Raider team against this stout Gulf Shores defense.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of snaps there at BC Rain. He went over as a freshman when his dad got the head job, and he's been the guy since day one, I believe. I believe he's a 4-year starter. I know he's a prospect. Coach Hudd spoke very highly of him today as we were meeting and going over some notes today and getting ready for tonight.
And he did speak well highly of him, but this football game that we love, we understand that it's not a one-man show, and Amari's got plenty of weapons to help him and help his team get to where they are now. Lots of guys that are elusive on the outside, good running game. Big guys are good up front, so I look forward to seeing what the BC Rain Raider team has to offer tonight.
And here comes the Dolphins, 9-0, number 1 in the state of Alabama, looking to secure the first ever 10-0 season and getting ready for the playoffs, as the referees are saying their prayer at center field. Coach, we're getting close to kickoff, buddy.
Hey, it's in the air. I'm ready.
Man, it's starting to get chilly. It's starting to feel like football season. I say football. It's hot in August, and it's football season, but big-time football is played when it's cold outside, especially here in the state of Alabama in high school football.
That's exactly right. We don't get to see or feel a whole lot of that cold weather down here by the beach, but a little cold snap is coming through here. The other morning it was high 40s, which is cold for us, but it's a little chill in the air tonight, and that lets you know that it's playoff football time coming around the corner.
Well, being a rookie play-by-play guy that I am, I definitely missed the coin flip, so I'm trying to wait and see here if the Dolphins are going to be receiving the football, if they're going to be kicking, because I totally missed what was going on right there. I'm going to be a little lost without my partner OC tonight for sure to keep me straight and keep me in line. Coach, senior night, 22 seniors honored before. We had a big, it was 30 minutes long here, but it went all the way up to about 5 minutes before kickoff. A lot of great student athletes out there, as well as trainers and band members and athletic student trainers. Just a great class of seniors we have this year. And, girls, we've been really successful really across the board so far to start this 2023-2024 school year.
Yeah, a really good class here. An opportunity for them to, one last time at home during the regular season, to leave their mark on a successful 4 years here at Gulf Shores High School.
Dolphins are set to kick off. Will Langston, senior, kicking off for the Dolphins. And this unit has been really, really good for us all year long. Special teams, we have really exceeded. We've really done a really good job on special teams all year. Kick to the 10-yard line. Good tough run right there. Getting the ball to the middle of the field right there. About a 10-yard return by number 1.
Yeah, Dylan Robinson. I believe that is one of Amari Yelding's targets he has on the outside. So he's labeled as an athlete here. We'll see the ball in his hands quite often on offense.
Well, as you can see, BC Rain coming out front. Coach got some good-looking offensive linemen. Those are some big boys up front, and Coach Hudd spoke about those today when we were meeting. Says they like to, throw the ball deep. They got a balanced attack, but they like the deep ball and they like to run the football, but they like to use the pass to be able to set up the run. So out here in trips to the field, it's going to be the quarterback power to the boundary. He's going to get about 3 yards right there. Going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and that balanced attack is obviously led by those guys up front. They're, from the booth here, they look absolutely huge.
And got some athletic guys out here on the perimeter as well. So right here coming back out in trips. It's really almost like a quad look right here. You got trips, but you got the sniffer right there back behind. So it's almost a quad look right there. A little pop pass. Got the wheel route.
They got it.
Yes, they do. Right down the sideline right there. We've got the angle on them. We're going to be able to catch them. It does not look like we are going to. So the Dolphins give up a big play early in the game. 47 seconds left right there. Right there, they came in. They ran the first play of the game when the quarterback looked like counter to me. And then they ran the same play, but they stopped. Little pop pass, wheel route coming out of the backfield right there. And, we just got kind of lost in coverage right there, and he was able to get behind the defensive backs.
Yeah, number 3, Bryce Dowdlin, who's also labeled as an athlete, went out there on that wheel route. We had our guys in the secondary looking and watching the quarterback and faking the run, and we hit the wheel route there for a long, explosive play. BC Rain did get the snap down, and the kick is good. So with 11 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the first quarter, BC Rain strikes first with an explosive play. There is a flag on the field.
Yeah, I didn't quite see that right there. Touche to tip your hats off to those guys across the sideline right there, Coach. They, stick to the script, come out. They obviously saw something against our defense that they liked and liked the matchup, so they ran the first play.
Against the kicking team.
Okay.
Penalty will be assessed on the kick.
Is that a personal foul right there, Coach? I missed that.
Yeah, just I didn't quite hear who he said it was on, but it will be assessed on the kickoff.
It was on BC Rain. I saw that. So, but good. Hey, back to what we were saying there. They used the first play to set up the second play and hit it big right there. If you're BC Rain when you're at work on Sunday getting game planning up for this week, you couldn't have drawn up a better start for the BC Rain Red Raiders.
Well, and you talked in the beginning. Coach Yelding's been doing this for a long time. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He's a smart coach. He had his guys prepared. Like you said, they probably saw something on film, and they executed it to a T right there. Early lead for the BC Rain Raiders, 7-0.
So, Red Raiders are set to kick off from their own 25. This right here should definitely help the field position game with our offense coming back and to the field.
You know that's got to drive Coach Yelding crazy. Early on in the game, just a silly penalty right there, and now they're having to kick off from their own 25.
Kick it to Kingston Lowe right there. Is getting upfield, getting positive yards.
Kingston Lowe on the reception.
And we're going to start this drive from our own 41. I mean, you probably couldn't have asked for the way that the game started a better starting position than our own territory.
Yeah, BC Rain's kicking game is not great. Coach Hud mentioned a little bit about that, thinking we'll have the edge there, especially Will Langston. Says they're about 50% on their extra points. Got the first one right there. Went with a little sky pooch kick right there for the kickoff. Dolphins with great field position right here on the Red Raiders, 42-yard line, Coach?
Yep, 42-yard line. I think that might have been some also watching film that they didn't want to kick to number 2 as well.
So we got play action by the quarterback. Ball is out. Ball is recovered by BC Rain. Coach, we're going to, about as bad as a start as we could ask for right here. A lot of excitement on the BC Rain sideline right here. But, hey, we need to face this adversity, Coach. It's, to make us a run at this state title game. I'm not saying we haven't faced any all year, but we have definitely not faced this type of start yet with 1 minute into the game.
No,
all year long.
You're exactly right. And that play right there, they sent Ronnie Royal in motion, kind of faked it to him to get the guys looking at where number 2 was. We went looking down the field for Braden Jackson. The quarterback steps up in the pocket and didn't really protect the ball right there.
Coach, that is only our 7th turnover of the year. We've had 5 interceptions as our 2nd lost fumble of the year. So it's impressive. 9 games are going into our 10th game here. Ball on the 49-yard line, Dolphins 49. We got trips to the field again. Got the tight end on the line of scrimmage. Bobbled snap there to the quarterback. Man.
Wow, a great comeback to that ball. That ball was underthrown, and the quarterback, Yelding, just underthrew that ball. The quarterback made a great read on that, coming back to it to secure the catch, and they're moving the chains.
Yeah, he rolls out away from his dominant side and does a good job of squaring his shoulders up and still was able to throw the ball about 30 yards down the field right there. Great adjustment by the wide receiver.
I believe that was number 85, Julius Rogers.
Right there, Coach. They got the tight end on the line of scrimmage to their boundary, to their sideline. They run the buck sweep to the boundary, and they're able to get positive yards right there. Looking at about a 2nd and 5 right here, about a 5-yard gain from the running back right there.
Man, if you're Coach Yelding across the field, you could not have asked for a better start for your football team. Coming in here 7-2. They're probably going to be around 3rd, tied for 3rd in the region. So yeah, they're great start for the Raiders.
False start. That's a fumble. We're probably going to get a false start right there on the offense. Got a flag down in the middle of the field right there. As you can see, the 2 pulling guards again to the boundary. They're going to buck sweep it to the boundary, but they like to use the run to set up the pass. So, I would look for some type of buck sweep to the boundary. You're going to get a play action pull with a post coming from the field. Good start right here for the BC Rain Raiders. Early in the game. We got 2nd and 10, Coach.
Coach, I believe that offensive line is averaging about 275.
They're big boys. We got an empty backfield right here. Bringing some pressure. Does that hit the referee, Coach?
I couldn't tell if it hit the official or did it hit the receiver's face mask, because it bounced back hard to the line of scrimmage.
Coach VG dialing up some heat right there and putting some pressure on Yelding, running a little shallow route right there and got the ball out, but not quite sure exactly who that hit, if they hit the receiver or hit the referee.
Yeah.
Either way, we've got 3rd and 10, Coach. We need to win this. This is money down right here.
That's what Coach VG was wanting right here. Get these guys in the 3rd and long, and let's let our defense make some plays here.
Got an empty set right here. We got 2 high, probably looking at some quarters coverage. Isaiah Hammock motion across. We got fake speed sweep. Get a little pressure. We got the seam wide open. Nice play right there. We got to get a number. That was a really good play.
Blaze Thomas.
Blaze Thomas, number 3. Nice play right there by the junior.
Fourth and 10.
You know, they had us beat over the top there for a minute, Coach, and Blaze comes up. Their receivers got a little bunched up, and their spacing was not real good right there, which kind of clustered our defenders up where the ball was trying to go, and Blaze Thomas does a great job going up and deflecting the ball.
Hey, and like we mentioned at the beginning of the game, Dylan Robinson, number 1, had 2 or 3 steps, and you're right, Blaze Thomas, closing speed, made a great play on the ball, and BC Rain's lining up here. They call a timeout, but they lined up for an offensive play on 4th and long.
Haven't seen their punter. Not sure how their operation of that unit is. You know, they're on our 37-yard line or 38-yard line. You know, to me, on the 3rd down call, if you're playing for 4 right there, you would like to try to get a little more positive yards on 3rd down if you're going to turn this into a 4-down territory. 4th and 10 is tough, Coach.
It is, and like you said, you'd probably like to see, if you're going to go for this on 4th down inside the opponent's territory, you'd probably like to maybe set that up with a run right there, try to chisel off some of those long yards, maybe get you a 4th and 5, maybe even shorter, which will kind of open up the playbook a little bit more here on 4th. But the offense comes back out onto the field after this timeout, and it is definitely 4th and 10. And
they're in a trip bunch set right here. We need to watch the football. They may try to check us, but they definitely got everything squeezed into a tight bunch set right here. Good pressure right there. Ball is thrown up for grabs. There's a pot of Dolphins around. That ball looks like it is intercepted by, I think that's Robbie Royal, Coach.
It sure is.
Oh, we got a flag up in the air. Is that after the play?
Yeah, it was definitely after the play, because all 4 of the Dolphins were running back to our sideline when that flag was thrown.
We love interceptions right there, but is that a ball right there you'd like to see your defensive back bat down?
Yes, especially on 4th and long right there from the 38-yard line. You just like to bat it down so we can get a little bit better field position. The ball was caught in the end zone, so, you know, if everything stands here, we will get it back on the 20.
I thought it was a little short of the end zone, so if it is in the end zone, that's not going to be. But
you're right, Coach.
Like he's standing on the 3 or 4 yard line.
You're right. I thought that was the goal line from up here in the booth. How strong is the quarterback's arm right there? I mean, he scrambled out of the pocket, probably back to the 45-yard line and threw the ball inside the 5. I mean, that was tremendous arm strength from the quarterback in yielding there.
He's very elusive. You know, we have 22 sacks on the year, and we like to bring the heat. And, you know, we've gotten some pressure back there, but we haven't gotten our hand on him very much. He's very elusive. He's got a lot of pocket presence. I mean, he has started a lot of football games. So we are backed up inside of our 2-yard line here. Dolphins come out, 1st and 10 from our 2-yard line. We're in a 2-by-2 set right here, 2-by-2 stack set. The freshman Judd Harris at quarterback. We're motioning over to a trip set. We got the zone to Colin Wilson. BC Rain doing a good job of rallying to the ball right there. I believe he got it out.
Yeah, he did. They're going to mark him forward progress right there at about the 1.5 yard line.
Well, we're going to have 2nd and about 10.5 behind the chains, Coach. No offensive coordinator likes being behind the chains, especially inside of your 1-yard line. Dolphins coming out in a 2-by-2 set. We're going to check right here. We'll see what the defense is giving us, Coach.
That's why it's so important to know down and distance. That ball definitely should have been batted down.
Right there, looks like he's getting back to about the original line of scrimmage. So there's that speed option look right there. Judd Harris on the speed option. Good pitch right there to Colin Wilson, and we're able to get up to about the original line of scrimmage. But nice job by BC Rain right there, stringing us out and rallying to the football.
They are flying to the football. This defense is come out here ready to play.
So we've got 3rd and 10.5 inside of our 1-yard line. They're in there, got 4 down linemen with the 1 backer in the middle. There comes the zone to junior Colin Wilson. And Coach, I believe we've got a first down right there. So we get 4 down linemen with 1 linebacker in the box. We had 5 guys in the box. And the numbers say run it right there. And we do a good job of, we got a hat for a hat right up there, press right up the centers behind, and a good 11-yard carry right there by the junior.
And that's going to allow us to go a little bit faster, play with a little tempo. We got a little ahead of ourselves right there. That's going to back us up 5 yards right there with a false start.
Me and Coach spoke earlier today. I got to meet with Coach Hudd for about 20 minutes today. Been a busy week this week for myself as I'm planning on getting things ready. You know how it is, always busy. So meeting with Coach Hudd, and he mentioned, we were going to try to tempo him some. We got some one-word packages in where we can just call out a word, get on the ball, and go. And you can try to see where you try to use that right there and mess up the snap count a little bit right there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't think everybody right there was on the same page as the quarterback. And
Ronnie Royal here at quarterback, Coach.
Not a great snap there. He had to pick it up off the ground. And we're still, offense still going backwards here, Coach.
We just are not executing like we did last week. We really hit on all cylinders last week. And, this week we've put the ball on the ground. We've had a couple penalties that backed us up a little bit. That was not a great snap right there. Our mesh point hasn't been as clean as what it's been. And you got to tip your hat to BC Rain. I mean, these guys are just flying around and have showed up to play football.
They absolutely have.
So we got us a trips to the field right here. We got a drop back. Looks like a screen. So coming from the weak side right there, we got trips to the field. We're trying to run the jailbreak screen to the running back to the field, and they do a great job of bringing backside pressure right there, Coach.
Well, and Judd did a good job right there getting outside the pocket, understanding where his receiver was on that screen, throwing it down at his feet to avoid the safety right there. But like you said, we're backed up here, and we're going to have to probably punt out of our own end zone.
We are at third and about 17,
I'm sorry. It's third down. I forgot about the penalty.
And these defensive linemen that BC Rain got, they are big and they are athletic. So we've got 3rd and 17 right here. Trips to the field, drop back pass. We got a draw. It's a good job of getting positive yards right there, and looking like we're going to be about 4th and 9, Coach.
Yeah, and that's a well-coached BC Rain defense right there, understanding where the first down marker was, everything underneath, and fly to the football once we see the quarterback or whoever has the ball break the line of scrimmage.
Your first choice for lawn care and landscaping.
Well, we've got 4th and 8. Dolphins punt team is on the field. Number 1 is set back to receive the punt for BC Rain. Will Langston is set and ready to kick this off for the Dolphins. Good snap by Mac Anderson. Good punt. Let's get a Dolphin roll. We get a nice Dolphin roll right there. It looks like it's going to come out right around the 39-yard line.
Great job of getting that ball off. Snap, the kick right there. Got a Dolphin bounce. And defense is back out on the field, which, 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Seems like the defense has been out there for the better half of the first quarter.
They have. It's early. A lot happened early in the game, so it's made it seem like it's a little bit longer than what it's been. But we are still very early here in the first quarter. Both teams still filling each other out after the big play early in the game. Red Raiders are out. Got the 2-back set right here. Got the zone read. Handoff here to the sideline. Number 3 is ran out of bounds right there by number 28, Isaiah Hammock.
Yeah, number 3, Bryce Dowdland, the running back. They sent on the wheel route and scored on the long play right there with a nice read and a good run on first down.
49-yard line, the ball was spotted. That's a first down, 10 yards on the carry.
So we've got 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders at the 49-yard line. They're back in their 2-back set. Trips, wide receiver, to the field. Yelding at quarterback. We're bringing pressure off the edge. Yelding keeps it. And Kingston Lowe with the tackle right at the line of scrimmage, Coach.
Yeah, and that's a great play right there to keep the quarterback contained, not let him get outside. And we made a really good tackle there coming up 2nd down and long.
The 49-yard line, no gain on the play. Second and 10 for the Raiders.
I just cannot get over this this offensive line they've put out here. I mean, I'm looking at number 79, Centarius Bradley, 6'3", 325.
I know which one you were talking about. I didn't hear the number on that one, Coach, and I can see who you're talking about right there. We got the running back coming out on the screen pass right there. Does a great job of staying in bounds and making two defenders miss. JaMychal Garrett on the pursuit right there. Another good play right there by BC Rain. We've got another flag, Coach.
Bryce David on the reception.
A lot of talking going on down there on both sides, Coach. I'm really not sure which direction this one will go. As you can see, Kingston Lowe trying to talk with his guys, getting them to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, I saw a BC Rain player there at the end of the play give a little shove to one of our guys, number 4, I believe it was Carter Bird. I'm not sure what was said, but I felt like we did a pretty good job of not responding.
Against the offense.
So that one will go against the BC Rain Red Raiders. And, that's really got to upset Coach Eldon. You get a positive play right there, and he's Coach is getting on the ref on his sideline right there, letting him hear it pretty good.
Well, yeah, and you go from third and short. The playbook's wide open. You have a not very smart penalty right there, and that's going to back them up in third and 17.
That's a drive killer right there, Coach. You go from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 17 right there.
To have the start that the BC Rain Raiders have had, to have that happen at this juncture in the first quarter, that's got to drive Coach Yelding crazy.
Drop back. He's got him in the middle of the field on the seam, and what a dive.
Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful throw by Yelding.
Number 5, Antonio Williams, wide receiver, 6'2", 195. He's a senior, had 3 or 4 steps on our secondary, and he just dropped it, Coach.
Wow. Well, sometimes better lucky than good, Coach, and we will take that. I'm really impressed with the offensive game plan by the BC Rain Red Raiders. They have a plan, Coach. They've executed very nicely right there. Just did not secure the catch, but the concept was there. They were clearly behind our defender about 5 yards. Yeah, great throw by the quarterback, just did not make the catch.
And I thought you said it best early. They used the pass to set up the run, and they are running. Their scheme for their pass game is on point right now. We just got to have a few guys just make some plays here for it, and it could be a little bit more dangerous than it is now. I believe that was a delay of game penalty.
A lot of flags early in the game. Really, BC Rain right there. Because they were almost going on our 40 and have backed all the way up past to their own 36-yard line. It's a decent punt right there with good hang time. It's not going to be returnable. And it definitely gets a Red Raider roll.
A great Red Raider bounce right there. We'll be taking this snap from our own 15-yard line. But you know what? That's what we needed, Coach. We needed a stop. Like you said, we had a little luck right there with the dropped pass, the bad penalty from BC Rain, and that's got to get this offense juiced up, ready to come out here and make a few plays and get our guys going, get our fans going. It's been a little quiet here on senior night, but I foresee Coach Edenfield's offense coming out here and getting this ball moving.
Well, Coach Hudd told me they do a lot of different things on defense, and they 3 down at times, they're 4 down at times. Right here, looks like they're going a 4 down. Got one safety high, soft coverage, but they got a lot of guys in the box right here, Coach. Handoff to Colin Wilson, does a great job making the first defender miss, and BC Rain rallied to the football for a loss of about 6 yards. Ball looks like it's going to be spotted at the 9-yard line.
Now, that's going to be something that the offense cannot do, and I'm talking about the Dolphin offense. We're not going to be able to hand this ball off and do a lot of dancing right there behind the line of scrimmage. We're going to have to open those holes, hit those holes, because if we don't, we'll have a lot of negative plays.
Their defensive front is definitely giving us some fits right now. Dolphins coming out with got a H-back here to the field. right there, zone read to Ronnie Royal right there. Does a good job making a guy miss. But once again, BC Rain keeps getting guys in the backfield. And they're getting penetration. They're causing disruption in our run game. As you can, I mean, Ronnie takes a step, and he's having to, elude a defender right
Well, like
there.
you said, the defensive line is they're winning the war in the trenches right now, which is allowing their linebackers to really fill those gaps and keep this Dolphin running game to a bare minimum, to say the least.
We have got 3rd and 15. Ball is snapped right there. We're reading that. The keeper by the quarterback throws it out to the flats. Number 4 rallies to the ball for the BC Rain. That ball is caught by, is that Price Stevens, number 9 right there. So run a little RPO. Quarterback keeps it, comes out on the bubble screen right there is number 9, Price Stevens. Secures the catch and was able to get about 6 or 7 yards right there, Coach, and it's 4th and 10.
I thought it was a great read by Judd Harris right there. He faked the handoff. He got out in a run-pass option, stopped, made the pass. We got the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, but here we are again, fourth down and 10, and we'll be punting from just right in front of our own goal line.
Good snap. Ball's kicked. Not a boomer by no means. A little shank, honestly, Coach. Ball looks like, let's see where this one's going to be spotted at. According to the BC Rain coach, it is going to be on the 34-yard line. It's actually going to be on the 32. He was cheating himself.
He sure was. The official saw it a little bit different.
He got it better for him. All right, Dolphin defense come back out onto the field here with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Coach, we need to turn this momentum around a little bit. We need an interception, pick 6, some type of big play right here. Get the home stands up and going.
I agree, and I think it will happen. Like we've talked about, BC Rain came in here with a plan. They are executing that plan to a T, and we're going to get settled in. It's senior night. There was a lot going on before the game, but we're going to get settled in right here. We really need to keep them out of the end zone.
So right there, we got motion across, fake the speed sweep, give the zone a back up underneath, and Coach, he hits about 3 yards before he's touched right there. Decent run to the 29-yard line. That's going to be about 2nd and 6.
Off the 29-yard line. 2nd and 7 for the Red Raiders.
2nd and 7.
We talked about BC Rain using the pass to set up the run, but they come out here with a short field on 1st down and get about 4 yards on a run. I look for the quarterback here to get a pass here, but they stay on the ground right up the gut.
We were moving still up front when the ball was snapped, so I don't know if we were quite set, but this is all 4-down territory for them right here. They're going to pretty much 4-down territory all the way in here, so they don't have to be as aggressive on the first 3 play calls. We've got a Dolphin down right now. And we will come back. We'll take our first break for tonight's broadcast as we handle one of the Dolphins that are down, and we will be back.
Matthew Kisner, let's hear it for him.
All right, Dolphin Nation, we are back, and the injured Dolphin did get up and get off on his own, and it was number 60, Matthew Kisner. So it was good to see him get up and get off the field on his own, Coach.
Yeah, it looked like he just got rolled up on right there, and he definitely walked off on his own power. He's going to walk over here to the tent with our athletic training staff. He's going to get checked out. if I know Matthew Kisner, he's probably going to just get it taped up, and he'll try to get back out there as soon as
So
possible.
here we go, 1st and 10 on our, what's that, 21-yard line, have trips to the field. They run the outside zone. They pick up a block right there. That's a great open field tackle by Carter Bird, man, running the alley. I've talked about. He really diagnoses the run well from his safety position and runs the alley well right there. Takes a great inside-out angle and just, man, secures the tackle. What a great tackle right there. What a great angle he took to the ball carrier. Great job right there by Carter Bird.
And that's what our defense needs. We need to stay fundamentally sound, take those proper angles, and to make these plays and keep these guys out of the end zone.
Rolls out to his left, throws the ball. That's going to be picked off right there by the Dolphins. We're trying to get a number right here.
Is that Landon Everett?
That is Landon Everett, sophomore. We said his name a whole lot last year, dropping from his linebacker position, and not a mistake you see much out of Yeldon right there, rolling to his non-dominant side where you know he's not going to have the arm strength that he had, and throws, just did not have a lot on that ball and threw it really right to the defender.
Well, I'm going to give you a basketball term. I'm going to give that assist to Ronnie Royal. He timed that snap better than I've seen a lot of players do, and he put a lot of pressure on Yeldon to make him roll out to his non-dominant side right there. And right as he was about to make that pass, Ronnie hits him and probably caused that, assisting Landon Everett to an interception.
Ball's given to Ronnie Royal right there. He's out of the end zone. It's going to be down to the 1-yard line. Ball was picked off, but we've got the ball inside of our, I guess we had the ball on our 4-yard line right there. Looks like that is a loss of 3 yards. We're going to be behind the chains again. Seems to be a common trend tonight for the Dolphin offense, who are just having some issues dealing with their defensive front. And we got a jumbo package in there now. We're nice and tight on the 1-yard line right here. Ball's going to be given to Ronnie Royal, and he gets a positive yard right there. Looks to finally get ahead of the chains. Looks like we have 3rd and 8 coming up, Coach.
Yeah, the offensive line they've got to pick it up. We hang our hat on the run game, which kind of opens up our passing game. The defensive front for BC Rain is really wreaking havoc on our offensive line. We've got to get that figured out so we can start moving the football.
So there's us checking right there. As you can see, it's fake snap count. See if we can draw them all sides. Give us time for the coaches in the box to scan their defense and see if we want to make some adjustments. But Coach Head says now you can see number 2 looking to their sideline. So number 2 is checking the defense too. So we've got the end of the first quarter right here. We got quite the chess match going on here at Mickey Miller. Coach, big-time football going on here at the Mick again tonight.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter, and, like we talked about when BC, just before the turnover, our defense needed to come out, make a play, keep them out of the end zone. By doing so, we are still, and there's a lot of football to be played, but we're still in this ball game, and we just got to shore up a few things, move the football, and, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm sure that's what Coach Hudd is talking to his guys about right now. Just stay the course, stay fundamental. Things will open up, and we've just got to make the plays when they present themselves.
Coach, like we always say, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
That is exactly right.
We've got I tip my hat off to that group across the field, the coaching staff that showed up. These guys, they have a great plan. Coaching-wise, they really have done a great job. Found some things against our defense I have not seen other teams be able to do. So they've got a good game plan. Now it's time for us to kind of make some changes and adjustments. And, I fully expect us to do that. Now, moving into some other sports, Dolphin action, girls basketball opened up today. They opened up against Laverne, and Laverne had a good squad last year from what I got. I didn't know too much about it, but I know the Dolphins came away with a win, Coach.
They sure did. I believe it was 36-20 was the final score there. I know that Coach Sexton and his girls were excited to finally play somebody other than themselves. I know I've got that same itch right here as I'm preparing our boys for their first home game, their first game of the season, Tuesday night, 6 o'clock in the Tank.
We need to fill them seats, Coach, and we're excited about the Jimbo Tolbert area getting started Tuesday in the tank. So we've got right here 3rd and 7 for the Dolphins. Looks like the ball is on the 8-yard line. We've got a motion, and Bryce Stevens back into the backfield, into that sniffer position right there. We're rolling out to the quarterback's left. Throws a good ball right there to that Braden Jackson right there. BC Rain does a great job of rallying to the football, and it looks like we are going to be short of the chains. BC Rain's getting up, acting like there's a fumble. I don't think so. Does not look to be the case.
Yeah, Braden ran a very good route right there. After making the catch, I thought there was a little dancing right there. If he'd have probably just caught it and maybe just tried to fall forward right there, probably would have been a lot closer to that first down marker. But you can't blame a guy for trying to make a play right there.
Yeah, Braden's a big, strong kid right there. You'd like to see him make one move and put his foot in the ground and just get to the sticks right there. But great job of securing the catch right there. We're here to punt. Nice snap to Will Langston. Not a high kick, but did that hit their guy? Or
it sure looked like it, but I believe it hit our guys. And that ball's down just about the 40. They're going to mark it at a touch right there at about the 44-yard line.
Well, we're missing our special teams guy, OC, now. He knows where the ball is snapped, and he'll know how long that punt is. My math is not that good, so, it's for me, we're just going to go, that's a good punt. That's not a very good punt. That's a great punt for tonight.
Well, and it did not take a Dolphin bounce that particular time, and once again, BC Rain's offense is going to come out and start.
They have definitely won the field position.
They certainly have.
So here we go. They're in their standard pistol set. Number 3 is motioning out towards the boundary right there. Drop back pass. They're going deep again, and they got a guy. But the ball is overthrown right there. And their wideouts have done a great job of getting separation. Now, Ronnie kind of falls down a little bit right there, Coach, but he had a step on Ronnie right there. They have done a good job of, and Coach said it, they're going to throw the ball deep.
Yeah, he did have a step, but I'll give credit right there to our defensive line. Got a little pressure on the quarterback, probably forced him to throw the ball a little sooner than what he really wanted to, which caused a pass to be a little bit longer and out of the reach of the receiver, who did have steps after Ronnie Royal tripping down, and that was fortunate for the Dolphins. There's that luck again, Coach.
So we've got 2nd and 10, ball handed off right there. That is a tackle for a loss right there. That looks like number 20, Landon Everett, right there for about a 4-yard loss right there. So slow developing play right there for BC Rain. We do a great job of getting some penetration right there and a nice secure tackle right there by number 20, Landon Everett.
Yeah, and you can see our defense. They're settled in. This is the start of the second quarter, probably 3 or 4 minutes into the second quarter. Our defense is clearly settled in. They're getting a little pressure on the quarterback. And they're making plays. They're flying around. I do think we need to try to make a few more plays offensively to flip the field position. If we can do that, I think the momentum will switch into our favor.
So we're going to decline the penalty right there on the holding call. We're going to have 3rd and 12. Money down right here. Let's see if Coach VG brings a little heat right here, Coach.
I certainly don't mind the declining of that penalty right there. You definitely want to take the 3rd down and not give another down to this BC Rain offense that's been explosive early on.
So BC Rain comes out with the 2-back set, trips to the field. We're going with the 1 high look. We've got a lot of guys in the box right here. Ball is snapped, drop back for the quarterback. He scrambles to the right, and he gets upfield and then runs out of bounds. Looks to be about 6 yards, depending on where he runs out of bounds. This looks to be a 4th and 6, 4th and 7 coming up for BC Rain Red Raiders.
Secondary made a great read right there. Everybody stayed home. Everybody made their reads. The quarterback had nobody to throw it to, so he just tucked it, ran it, tried to get as many yards as he could. They're going to mark him out. It's probably 4th and 11 here, Coach.
Yeah, I was way off. So it looks like they're going to run the offensive. Now, I wouldn't be shocked right here if they've got something, for 4 to be able to take a couple steps back and then get it, make it look like they're going to run offensive play. Right here, they snap it over his head on 4th down, and he just gets rid of it, lives to see another down. So the Dolphins are going. That's going to be intentional grounding.
I thought it was. When he picked up that football, he was still in the box and just threw it over his left shoulder towards their sideline. I was sort of waiting for that white hat to drop that flag, which he did.
in high school, is there can you get outside the tackle and there not be intentional grounding, or is that's
No, I do believe that it's pretty much the same. As long as, if they're outside the tackle box right there and he gets rid of it, then I think they're good as long as it crosses the line of scrimmage. But, he clearly – the ball
never got to the line of scrimmage.
No, and maybe that's what – yeah.
Probably, okay, so – well –
he was still in the box, though, as well. And, Yelding just trying to make a heads-up play winds up costing them huge field position. And maybe that's the play we needed to flip field position here, Coach.
It just shows you how important special teams are right there. Because in a 7-0 ball game right there, you would like, to play the field position battle. 4th and 10 is not very manageable in my opinion. I would like to see us get some type of punt off or get, if I was coach, get a little punt off right there and just play defense. But talk about flipping the field position, Coach. This is what we've been looking for all night.
And now we're starting one of our drives, first drive in the second half, on their 29-yard line. That's the play. That's what we needed right there. Hopefully we get a little momentum and move this ball forward, put some points on the board.
You got the zone read right there to Colin Wilson up the middle. Their defensive front does a great job right there. Tackled by number 0. Coach, he's a pretty impressive fellow.
Yeah, and
6'4", 270, and it ain't sloppy, Coach. That's a well put together senior.
Yeah, he's a brick wall, Coach. Absolutely.
Coach, he's not the only one. Is this number 11 out here on the edge right here? He's well put together, looks pretty athletic as well. And Aaron Moore, and he's just a sophomore, Coach, right there. So we've got 2 running back system. We cross with Ronnie in the front, hit the zone, back up underneath. Great hard run right there by Colin. Is going to be close to the first down marker, Coach.
I believe it's about a yard short, Coach.
So we're going to bring up 3rd and 1. Ball on the 20-yard line going in for the Dolphins. I like it in 6 or 2's hand right here. 2-back system right here, getting a check. Got 2 wide receivers to the field.
If they can just get this first down and keep this drive going, that's exactly what we've talked about. And there's a bad snap there.
Coach,
that just
I can't
drive killers.
Snap, or if it just went through Judd's hands right there. And that's going to probably go out of field goal range, I would imagine. So now you got to say, do you play the field goal? Do what we were just talking about? Do you punt the ball and play the field position? Coach Hudd's gathering them up right here on the sideline.
It's a little. I think he does have a decision. I think it's a little different here. We do have a pretty good kicker here that can pin you deep. So it looks like Coach Hudd is going to play the field position game right here. But I wouldn't be surprised had they gone for it. Our defense has put their cleats in the ground and played much better.
2's a good-looking kid, too. Great job.
Now that was a heck of a punt.
Great hang time. Great job getting down the field right there. Is that Isaiah Hammock on the catch? Yeah, I believe that's 28 Isaiah Hammock right there. Coach, that's what I like to see right there. Great job on the special teams right there. Great operation, great snap, beautiful punt, great hang time. I mean, he turned that thing over, Coach. That was a thing of beauty right there, and a great job securing the catch.
Yeah,
and safety.
And you'd like going back to the previous possession where, at least maybe a quick kick with the quarterback, and just even if he kicks it 15 yards, there's not a grounding penalty where they're starting on your own, the 29-yard line. But special teams stepping up right here for the Dolphins, pinning this group deep. I'd like to see this defense continue to make plays right here, because with their lack of special teams, maybe we get good field position.
There it is. That's going to be a safety.
That is. There's that defense, Coach.
So they had their quarterback, Amari Yelding, split wide. They were going to snap it directly to the to the running back, and not a great snap. Really fortunate the ball went out of the back of the end zone, honestly, and that did not become a touchdown for the Dolphins. But needless to say, the first points on the board tonight for the Dolphins are a safety by the defense.
And that was a host of Dolphins back there in the backfield. The snap wasn't great. It allowed a lot of these Dolphins. It was led by Kingston Lowe right there. So, hey, there's a positive start, to the second quarter. We flip field position. We didn't get 3 or 6, but we've got 2, and it's a one-possession ball game. And because of the safety, they will have to free kick it back to us, so the offense will get a chance to add to this 2 points as we get a little bit deeper here in the first half.
Well, kicking has not been their strength on the year, so you know you're not real sure how this free kick. But I expect the Dolphins to have really good field position coming out of this sequence right here, Coach.
Well, and as much as the Gulf Shores Dolphins rely on their defense, with what we're about to see here from the kicking game of BC Rain, do we see another pooch kick? Does BC Rain rely on their defense, who also has played a pretty good game up to this point? It'd be interesting to see what goes on right here as the kicker tees it up for this free kick.
Both teams are playing great defense, but both offenses have sputtered a little bit of lately and really helped out each defense, especially with the snaps. So right here lined up, almost an onside kick. I can't imagine it's probably going to be as similar to the pooch kick that we had last time. So you'd like to see Kingston get this and run straight downfield, Coach. And, Coach, he's averaging 9 yards to carry as a running back this season, Coach. He is comfortable with the ball in his hand, and he is a load to bring down.
I would love to see Kingston Low get, 6 to 10 carries tonight.
Not exactly sure what we have going on here.
I don't think BC Rain has 11 guys on the field. Here comes their 11th guy here late.
So they've got more people on this. Are they going to cross kick, fake? I mean, they got more people to the boundary than they do where they're set to kick the ball. I mean, we blocked 4 guys and we got a shot here. So ball's kicked a little deep to Ronnie Royal. Ronnie gets outside.
There he goes.
Coach, he's got room, and
there he goes
back inside, and we are going to get a special
He's
touchdown. We've got a flag that comes down back way behind the play. We've got 3 flags on the field, so we've got a lot of laundry on the field right there, Coach. But the way BC Rain was lined up right there, Coach, I like their chances. They had 4 guys to the field where they were kicking the ball, where we had 6 guys to block. So 5 guys to block 4, and we just kicked the ball to Ronnie Royal, who we know can take it to the house at any point in time right there. So let's see what's going to happen right here with the laundry on the field.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments, and Ronnie definitely made one there. I would hate to see a stupid mistake made by a Gulf Shores Dolphin on the special teams bring this touchdown off the board and force our offense to have to punch it in.
Well, as the referees convene right here, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just one moment.
Dead ball, personal foul. Personal foul against both teams. Those penalties offset. Unsportsmanlike against the defense. I'm sorry, the receiving team.
All right, Dolphin fans, we are back. All right, so what I think we had 3 personal fouls. We had 1 on BC Rain, 2 on the Dolphins. The touchdown counts for the Dolphins, and I'm guessing they're going to take it out on the kickoff, Coach.
Yeah, well, I think it was 1, like you said, 1 on them, 1 on us. So I think they probably offset on the kickoff. So no penalty yardage will be assessed when we set up and line up for this kickoff. But like you said, the touchdown counts. We're lined up for the extra point, and like we've talked about, that's what we've been talking about for this pretty much the majority of the time is flipping field position, defense making plays. We finally made one, flip that field position, and there we go, making a big-time play on special teams to punch our first touchdown in of the night.
Special teams right now have kind of been the difference so far in the ball game.
Yeah, there's not a better example of when coaches talk about every facet of the game. And what I mean by that, special teams, defense, and offense. And right now, special teams playing a major role in the reason why the number 1 ranked Dolphins in 5A are up 8-7.
Coach Yelding is not happy with the referees on that sideline. He is really letting them have it. I believe there was a penalty there, so we may have an offset when we come back out here because they were going to, I guess the penalty for us was going to come on the kickoff. They just got another one. Does that just, pretty much nullifies and wipes out everything, correct, Coach?
Well, I think no matter if there's 3 penalties against one and 1 penalty against another, I'd still believe because there was a foul on each team, they offset anyway. But after all that was said and done, Coach Yelding, I do believe, picked up a unsportsmanlike over there on the sideline. So now I do believe that this kickoff will happen, or that penalty yardage will be assessed on the kickoff here for the Dolphins.
That kick is good by Will Langston.
Dolphins 9, BC Rain 7.
Well, Coach, we got 8 minutes left in the second quarter. We've got a 9-7 ball game. Little chippy out there tonight. A lot on the line.
Well, yeah, and you would expect that. You would expect that from a team coming, on the road who's 7-2, who's trying to improve their seed for the playoffs next week. Coming in here, not only playing the region champion, but the number 1 team in 5A classification. And they're trying to make a statement, and they've done a pretty good job of making it. But like we've talked about, the Dolphins have settled in, and they're starting to make plays on both sides of the ball. Not only that, but special teams as well. And here we are finding ourselves with a 2-point lead, up 9-7 with 8 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first half.
When you have that number 1 by your name, you're going to get everybody's best. You
Every
know that.
time.
You've been a part of some high-ranked basketball teams, and you know what it's like. The night in, night out you play, you're going to get the other team's best because they're going to be up to play with that number 1 by your name.
That's right, and it's all about how you come out and take the field and how you are as far as being prepared. And the biggest thing is all these coaches, especially Coach Hudd, Coach Edenfield, Coach Van Gorder, just talking and preaching to these guys about just do you, just be us, control what you can control. And I believe that's the whole football team right here has done a phenomenal job of just trying to control what they could control and keep their heads in the game. And here, like I said, here we are, find ourselves with a 9-7 lead.
Well, we have it teed up here on the 40-yard line. Will Langston approaches right here. Good kick. It's going to be short of the end zone. Caught on the 5-yard line. Stays tight to their sideline. Nice lick right there. Looks like he's going to be down on the 20-yard line.
Michael Garrett on the stop for the Dolphins. Ball returned out to the 20-yard line.
So here we go, Coach. We got 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. BC Rain has the ball. Our defense is coming back out. Got the lead for the first time tonight.
Be interesting to see where Coach Yelding goes here. Like we've talked about, BC Rain Red Raider offense, they use that pass to set up their run, but quite often on almost every single possession BC Rain has had, they have it attempted down the field, and they've had receivers open.
Yeah.
And whether it be pressure in the backfield, an overthrow, or a great play on our defensive secondary, be interesting to see what they do here on first down.
Here you go with the run back up to middle right there. Nice run on first down. About 5 yards. Going to be 2nd and 5. So,
offensive line got a great push right there. Their running back picks up a solid gain on first down, 2nd and 5. And so, like we talked about, the playbook is wide open right here.
They are. They got trips to the field right here with the tight end. So it's really it's a quad look right here. Gives the ball right there. We got great penetration. I believe that is Kingston Lowe right there, senior, number 0, making the tackle in the backfield. Going to come up, be about 3rd and 6 right here, Coach.
Great play by Kingston Lowe right there. Made his reads, stayed home. The ball did come to him. He got off his block and made a great tackle right there.
So here we go. We got trips. BC Rain comes out, checks. They've got their 3 wide receivers tight end on the line of scrimmage. I don't think their guy down here got the play call right here. They're going to stick with the run and run it back up the middle. It's going to be close. It's going to be right at it, Coach. It is going to be right at it. It looks to me like that is going to be a first down.
And there's that decision we talked about earlier. You know, you're 3rd and 6. You know that you don't have much of a kick game to punt deep in your own territory right there. So you use that run, and they picked up the first down right there. But if they had fell short, now you're 4th and short as opposed to an attempt down the field and still 3rd or 4th and 6 right there. But they did pick up the first down, and they moved the chains.
Same formation for the Red Raiders. Yielding on the receive right there. He keeps it, and that again right there. We met in the backfield. Looks like Ronnie Royal on the corner blitz from the boundary right there. The first one on the tackle, and then followed up with a pot of Dolphins. That was a great job. Great call first off by Brian Van Gorder bringing. Did we get a face mask call right there?
I did not see a flag on.
Yeah, I thought I might have saw it live.
I sure did.
It happens fast, so it's hard to see. I like the call of bringing Ronnie from the boundary. That's an effort play. You know, those penalties you can live with. It's just effort right there. Players trying to make plays and just happen to grab onto the face mask a little bit right there onto Yelding's face mask. But he is a load to bring down, Coach. He's a 6 foot, 195-pound senior and well put together. He was their shortstop last year for the baseball team. And, Coach, he was very vocal. He was a leader. But let me tell you, he looked good in a baseball uniform.
Well, you know, like you talked about, Ronnie just unfortunate right there trying to make a play. Landon Everett came in there and cleaned it up. Unfortunately, Ronnie just got a little bit too much of that helmet area, and they moved the chains with a face mask.
So motion back to the other side. Hit the running back up underneath the zone to number 3 again. Another tough run right there by Bryce Dowling, 5'8", 195-pound senior.
Same play that they ran on the second play of the game where they hit the wheel route. They had another wheel route out there on their sideline, but they chose to hand it off right there, and they picked up 3 yards here. So we've got about 2nd and 7 coming up here for the BC Rain Red Raiders.
Well, they keep running the football, trying to bring more, trying to get us more back in the box so they can take one over the top right here. So we come back. We got your standard 2x1 with the H-back set right there in the back. Motions out the receiver. Quarterback drops back, makes a throw over the target. Was trying to make a throw to number 1 right there, Coach, on the sail route. Looked to me like you had the number 2 receiver pressed about 10 yards and was going out toward their sideline.
Yeah, I think Dylan Robinson right there was in his route, flattened it out towards the BC Rain sideline. I think Amari Yelding thought maybe he was going to get a little more distance, down the field and try to lead him, maybe throw him open. I don't think receiver and quarterback were on the same page right there.
Good point. Quarterback was throwing a post or a corner route, and wide receiver got a little too flat right
That's
there.
right.
It looks like a sail route. So coming back out, snap to the quarterback. Drops back right there. He's getting pressure, scrambling to his non-dominant side, and he has got a wide open, busted coverage, and we are going to have a Red Raiders touchdown.
Well, we got some pressure on the quarterback, and it looked like it was more contained, keep him in the pocket. I would have liked to have seen, I believe that was JaMichael Garrett, just put his cleat in the ground and maybe go try to make that sack and disrupt the throw. But like you said, busted coverage right there in the secondary. Not sure who that was, but he was wide open. I believe that was number 9, Jamarcus Coates, who got loose down there.
Well, Coach, we're 10 games in, and I feel comfortable. Now, I've watched all the home games. I haven't watched all the road games. I know I missed the Alberta game due to the Shrimp Fest. That's always a good time. But I feel safe to say, and I think the coaches for the Dolphins would agree, number 4 is the best pure quarterback we have seen this year in the 2023 season.
There's no doubt. His ability to extend plays, to roll out, to his ability to run. And that was a great example of it right there. I felt like Jermichael Garrett came off that edge, and he was in more of a contained position than just put his cleats in the ground and go after the quarterback. Just did not want to let him get outside of the pocket and try to keep him contained back there. But the busted coverage cost us 6 points right there. The kicking game right there for the BC Rain Red Raiders was good. And so they've punched another one in with 5 minutes, 4 seconds to go. BC Rain with the lead, 14-9.
Coach Yielding definitely has his guys believing. And, you heard him on the radio this week. He sounded confident. He believes in this group of kids he's got. He's had them, I believe this is his 4th, 5th year there. I think his son was a freshman when he went over there. So I believe this is Coach Yielding's 4th year as the head coach over there. So I think this was kind of his group, man. When you get to a place, you got to take a group and just kind of build them up, and he's done a great job with this. This is, I've been down here 13 years, played BC Rain, a handful of times in football, and really, this is one of the better teams that I have seen BC Rain have. And just schematically, they're taking advantage of some of, they've done a really good job. I mean, just hats off to them guys and the way they have showed up and come across the bay to play down here today.
Well, and one of the things he mentioned in that interview was, and Coach, you played football as well in high school, Tuesdays are the work days.
Here we go again, Coach.
And Ronnie's gone.
Ronnie Royal may take this one to the house, Coach. This would be his second. And another big play on the special teams. So what we have there, we've got a kickoff. Colin Wilson, and it's deeper than it usually is. He kind of outkicked his coverage. We do a great job of blocking it right there. Ronnie picks it up, runs through one tackle, takes it to the house right there. Coach, that is Ronnie Royal's 64th high school touchdown.
Lord have mercy. Well, let me tell you, I think everybody in the stands expected the pooch kick again. He winds up faking everybody out here at the MIC, kicking it long. Like you said, probably outkicked his own coverage. Ronnie picks it up, scoops it, and runs it right down our own sideline for, like you said, his 64th touchdown. Unbelievable.
Good snap, good kick.
But, going back, Coach Yielding, Tuesdays are the work days, and that's when you put in your most work. That's when you really grind out the game plan coming into your Friday night football game. Coach Yielding did mention it, of the 10 Tuesdays that they've had in preparation for their games, this past Tuesday was probably the best Tuesday they've had, which really sets the tone for the rest of the week. So, and it shows tonight. These guys are locked in. They have a great plan. They are executing that plan, and they've got the Gulf Shores Dolphins on the ropes a little bit. But hey, thank God for number 2.
Well, Coach, we have not scored on their defense yet.
That's
we've
right.
got 16 points on the board, and we've got a safety, and we've scored twice on kickoff.
That's right.
Kickoff return for us. So their defense is for real. Coach compared them a lot to Viger.
They've got athletes all over the field.
Their defensive front, to me, is really put together. They haven't submitted. It shows you why it's a 3-phase game with offense, defense, and special teams. And we are winning the special teams battle by a large margin. And right now, it's the difference in the ball game, Coach.
Well, Coach, like we talked about at the beginning, they're on a 6-game winning streak. They are playing their best football right here at the end of the season. I mean, the only 2 losses that BC Rain has sustained was the second game of the year on September the 1st to the Viger Wolves, and that game was 26-18. The second loss came, 2 weeks later to Faith Academy, who Faith Academy sits here number 2 in the region. So this team is put together, like you said. They've got a plan, and they are a really good, sound, fundamental football team.
Good kick right there. Nice return by BC Rain right there. So Will Langston with the kickoff. It was received around the 10-yard line, and the BC Rain Red Raiders were able to return it all the way to the 33-yard line. So they'll be starting on their own 33-yard line. Decent field position for our defense.
And listen to some of these numbers, Coach, when we talk about the potent BC Rain Red Raider offense. They started their win streak against Williamson, where they beat the Williamson Lions 13-2. But Every game since then, this is their point production. 49 against Davidson, 47 against Citronelle, 31 against UMS Wright, 39 against LaFleur, and 30 against Alberta. High-powered, if you ask me, Coach, and the proof is in the stats right there.
We like to win on first down right there. And right there, they go zone, fake the outside zone to the field. Quarterback keeps it, runs to the boundary. We do a great job of stretching that out and running Yelding out of bounds for about a 4-yard loss right there, Coach. So one of the better first down plays that we've had. We've just set up 2nd and 15. That was a 5-yard loss.
Well, and that's what you need on first down, like you said. You want to win first down, so it kind of shortens their playbook a little bit, because when you have whatever down and short, it's the playbook's wide open.
So right there, the quarterback scrambles, makes a good spin move right there, and we are able to hold on for the tackle right there, Coach. That looks like that's Kisner back on the field from being down earlier. Great job of staying with the play. Wraps on right there, holds on, and was able to get Yelding to the ground.
Kisner got up the field. He saw the run play, or the quarterback scramble out, and he made a great read, a great play to get off his block, get back into the play, and make that tackle on Amari Yelding. And now here the BC Rain Red Raiders sit 3rd and about 14, Coach. Great play there by Kisner.
Coach,
Great to see him back in the game.
I got a correction from earlier on in the game. I was just informed that was actually Ronnie Royal's 113th high school touchdown.
And he's not playing in the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star game?
I'm going to go no comment on that, Coach. I've been around high school football for a long time, and that kid's a player. Right there, good job right there. We got 3rd and long right there. Getting pressure on Yelding right there. He just kind of throws it up right there. That was our best defensive possession of the night, Coach.
It really was. And the defense, like we talked about, they're making play. What a great bounce back from the play before, where we got lost in coverage and gave up that touchdown right there. Great bounce back, short memory, like Ted Lasso would say. Be a goldfish, my friend.
Let's go right there. We got a loopy snap. Ball did get punt. Low line drive. And number 2's got in his hands again, Coach. And let's see if we got some more fireworks right here. As Ronnie Royal hits it right there, Coach. He's going to the house right there. Number 2, 3rd special teams touchdown on the night. Coach, Ronnie Royal, 114th career touchdown. That is number 65 in a Dolphin uniform. Coach, I'm blown away. Number 2 is an absolute dog.
Well, let me explain this. For those of you that just watched that actually took a Dolphin bounce. That bounced perfectly into his hands. He was already moving forward when it hit the numbers. He just tucked it, ran it, and housed it. What do you do, Coach?
I don't kick it to number 2. That's what I don't do. I am not the smartest guy there is, but I'm going to tell you what. I would not kick the ball. I don't know, Coach. I tell you this. I do everything in my power to not kick it to number 2 tonight. Great job by the special teams. The difference in the ball game so far tonight, little momentum starting to come over to our sideline. Fans starting to get up. Ronnie's brother getting excited in the stands, Coach. High school football, week 11, Dolphins 9-0, number 1 in the state.
And, hey, what a great gift for Ronnie to give to his father. I think Mr. Royal was a little under the weather this week, maybe spent a little time, had to go to the hospital. The guy, family's real worried about him. Mr. Royal got out of the hospital, sitting at home recovering, and here we are on senior night. Ronnie puts up 3 special teams touchdowns. Here you go, Dad. Welcome home, man.
First half, Coach. First half. What a great performance so far by number 2, Ronnie Royal. What an enjoyable. It has been very enjoyable to watch him, Coach. He plays the effort, the motor. I've talked to the coaches about this a lot with Ronnie. And Coach, I saw it as a sophomore when he played basketball. His motor. He just never seems to get tired. And obviously that's in his training because that just doesn't happen. But his motor is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Well, it's a no quit mentality. It's obviously something that that's been instilled in him. He's just always gonna just keep going, keep grinding.
That's a targeting call right there. I believe, right there. I got a block. We were flying down. I hope that's not on Colin. I hope he's okay right there. They definitely, there was a hit on Colin. Two Red Raiders collided right there at the top of the screen. It was a good lick on Colin, who was flying down right there, Coach. I mean, not only is he our starting running back, he's on kickoff, and he is absolutely flying down right there, as well as the other 9 Dolphins. Doing a great job right there, containing their lane, spreading, forcing the ball to the sideline. But as they tend to a Red Raiders, we are to the fallen Red Raider. We are going to take a quick break.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Miriam Davis. Personal foul against the Dolphins. Penalty to be tacked on to the end of the run.
All right, Dolphin Nation, we are back. After the Red Raider, the injured Red Raider was able to get up with a little bit of help, was able to get off the field. Comes back a penalty on the Dolphins. Personal foul, Coach. I didn't see it. I got caught at the play up there. I thought that was where the flag was. Did they call a personal foul on Colin Wilson?
That's the only explanation I could give. As soon as the collision happened, the flag flew, and the only person that came from that direction was Colin Wilson.
So needless to say, I'm at a loss for words. I am too. So we've got 1st and 10, BC Rain football on their own 46-yard line.
What?
You got the white hat is explaining some things to HUD.
Where the ball ran out of bounds with the play on the kickoff. I mean, that's about a 25-yard penalty, but I don't know.
Coach HUD calling Coach Wilson over. Coach Wilson back on the sideline. Old time's sake. Coach Wilson
back in the saddle.
Back in the saddle. So I'm not sure what we have going on right here. We have RAD Paul Wilson jogging across the field. Well, now we got a little bit of time. Let's talk about some more girls basketball, some hoops. Tip started today. We had our JV big matchup against the Orange Beach Makos. And our JV girls, we were able to catch the first half of that before we came over here and to call the football game. And Dolphins with a good win today in the JV girls basketball against Orange Beach, winning 45-35. So a good showing right there for our young JV girls team. Girls basketball led by Coach Sexton, starting the year off 1-0 in varsity, 1-0 in JV. Good start girls basketball.
And, it was really fun to watch, actually, the first half that we got to see from those JV girls. Coach, you see it every day, too. That JV bunch right there, they spend so much time together. They walk to class together. They get to the gym together. They change together in practice. They really looked like they were having a fantastic time opening the season today against the Orange Beach Makos, and that togetherness showed up with a dominant win from that JV team. And like you said, once again, Coach Sexton had that varsity girls team ready to play today against a Luverne team that made the playoffs a year ago, and stuff will get a little bit tougher tomorrow, as I believe Coach Sexton will take his team against the Mighty Warriors of Davidson High School and Coach Charlie Shipp.
That's a good South Alabama matchup right there. Looking for, is that 11:30 tomorrow morning, right? That's in the tank?
I believe it is, and I think Coach Sexton knows what he's doing. He's going to get he's got Davidson's playing right now against a very, very good Vestavia Hills program from Birmingham who came down yesterday, played Theodore, and just absolutely lit the gym up from beyond the arc. And so he's going to get Vestavia playing Davidson right now, and then and Davidson's going to have to come back early about 11:30 in the morning and go up against the Dolphins.
All right, so it looks like we're reset to play some football here.
I believe we had a little.
Yeah, I'm not sure right there. We're going to call it a football game. So right there, we've got an outside zone right there by BC Rain. Running back does a good job getting back to the line of scrimmage. Dolphins doing a good job with their run fits right there, and may have an injured. Good sportsmanship right there, boys. Helping each other up right there. Good, tough football. Run the outside zone right there. Number 3 does a good job. Looks a little banged up, but he's going to walk it off.
Going back to what you talked about, winning on first down. And here we are, fitting those runs right there. Maybe gain 2 or 3 inches right here. So 2nd and long right here with about 2.5 minutes to go in the half.
We have got another stoppage of play.
I believe that's going to be a timeout right here with BC Rain. They want to talk about it.
All right.
Davis, are you ready?
So got some stats right here to read off, Coach. Not a lot of offensive plays with our big special teams production that we've had. So the quarterback, Judd Harris, freshman, 2 for 3 with 9 yards. The 2 people making catches, Price Stevens for 5 yards and Bray Jackson for 4. We've had 6 rushes from Colin Wilson for 15 yards, 1 from Judd Harris, the quarterback, for 9 yards, and Ronnie Royal 4 rushes for 3 yards. So you can see it's been a tough sledding offensively for us so far. Hats off to the Red Raiders defense. They've really played well.
Credit that BC Rain defense. You're exactly right. We've talked about it all half. They definitely came in here with the plan. They're executing that plan, and the stats don't lie. But as we know, the difference is special teams, and Ronnie Royal with 3 special teams touchdowns here in the first half.
It definitely has been the difference so far. On the other end, you have BC Rain that has thrown the ball 12 times, has only 4 completions, but 150 yards on those completions.
Yeah, and a bulk of that's right there on the first play or second play from scrimmage where they hit their wheel route for about 75 yards. So a bulk of that coming in play, and our defense is really locked down to kind of contain to contain the BC Rain offense.
So here we go. We have 2nd down and 10. BC Rain has the ball on their own 46-yard line. Dolphins showing 4-man front. Got 1 linebacker in the box and 2 just right outside with a 2-high safety look. Yelding motions the running back to the backfield. Another deep ball, and he throws it just a little bit underneath right there. Once again, another Red Raider behind the secondary defender of the Dolphins.
And once again, I'm going to credit Kingston Lowe right there with getting into the backfield and probably forcing Amari Yelding to release that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. Great job by Kingston in the defensive front right there to put that pressure on, because if we don't get that pressure back there, that's probably a completed pass, and they're either scoring or they're inside the 5-yard line here with just, again, 2.5 minutes to go in the half.
Yep, just enough pressure to not allow Yelding to fully step into his throw and transfer the weight from his backside to his front side, causing the underthrow. So here we go again. Quarterback draws back, goes deep again, and he's got a guy past the defender. Just a little bit underthrown right there. Good coverage. I believe that's Carter Bird again. Number one again over the top, but the ball was slightly thrown inside and a little bit underneath right there.
Yeah, Dylan Robinson got behind the defense again, using his speed to get behind that defense. That ball right there, Amari Yelding had enough time to step into that throw like he didn't on the previous play. Underthrew the receiver just a little bit, which allowed Carter Bird to get back in that play and make a great play on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and it looks like BC Rain is going to line up to punt, their first punt tonight.
There it is. There's a snap. The punter was not looking, and special teams once again comes back to hurt the BC Rain Red Raiders. Coach, right there, they snapped the ball. The punter, 35, was not even looking. He was looking towards the sideline. The ball hits him, and then we have enough pressure to put it down. And so now the Dolphin offense with great field position on the Red Raiders 35-yard line going in.
Number 35, the punter for BC Rain Red Raiders, Tyrese Sutton, who also plays on the defensive line, just took his eyes off that ball right there, did not look it all the way in, bobbled it, and our special teams front made a play right there and tackled him. So we're going to get this ball at about our 35-yard line. I do believe we are in field goal range right here with 2 minutes and 11 seconds here. We need to keep going forward.
Ronnie Royal in motion right there, speed sweep, looking to throw the ball. This is the play we threw last week, and he splits the seam right there, and he reverses field, gets back up field. Another big-time run right there by Ronnie Royal. So, whoa. So what we get there is we get Ronnie coming in the speed motion right there. We pass it to him because you saw the little forward pass. That's technically a pass, even though it's just barely thrown forward. So then we got a completion there, and then we, act like we look to throw right there.
That's the same play. You're right, Coach. That's the same play we ran last week against Viger, where Ronnie tucked it and then threw it down for a touchdown to Blaze Thomas.
I think last week we threw him on the swing route because I don't know if he could legally throw it right there since it was already a forward pass to him, correct?
Oh, you're exactly right.
And we got a handoff to Colin Wilson, and he gets outside, and then he runs for an 18-yard touchdown right there by number 6, Colin Wilson.
And what's the difference right there, Coach? All Colin Wilson's runs up to this point had kind of been inside zone, looking for those gaps right there in the A and the B gaps. But here we are stretching this BC Rain defense to the outside. They're worried about where number 2 is. We hand it off to number 6. He goes the other way, and now we got 6 more.
That was by far our best offensive drive right there. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns, 2 big plays right there. And that was Colin Wilson capping off the drive with an 18-yard touchdown, which is his number 16th on the year, Coach.
Like we've talked about this all year long. With you guys up here, me being down on the sidelines. I mean, Colin Wilson is just a patient runner. I'm so impressed with how he allows his offensive line to open up those holes, and then on top of that, to actually hit those holes with a burst of speed. And he's a tough cookie to get down too now, Coach. I mean, he does not go down on first contact, so you really have to be fundamental and wrap him up. But here on this play, he got outside and almost untouched to the pylon.
Yeah, his center of gravity is really tough to knock him down. Me and OC has talked about it a couple times. He reminds me of an Auburn running back, Trey Mason, and his stature, and just hard to knock. He just keeps moving forward. It's hard to knock him back. It's hard to get underneath him. His leverage is really good when he runs the football, and he's also got speed, Coach, to go along with that.
You're exactly right, and God bless Trey Mason, because if he falls down at the 1-yard line instead of punching it in 2013 against Florida State, Auburn might have had a second national championship.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the offense. Those penalties offset. Result of the play is touchdown.
So it looks like we have 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, which will nullify right there. So we've got extra point kicking right here. Langston lined up for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 30-14, Coach.
You know, we gotta. You know, Coach Hudd's going to go in the locker room right here, and he's going to talk to these guys about their personal fouls. They're starting to mount up. It's still real chippy out there. We cannot afford to have one of our guys, one of our key guys, do something stupid, maybe possibly pick up a second personal foul to be ejected from this game, because we need all hands on deck as we head into the playoffs next week.
Yeah, Coach, really looking forward to next week. Right now the bracket looks like we will get Beauregard. Not sure what region that is.
Yeah, that's Region 4, Beauregard, and that's the same. That's the same region that Central Clay is in. I believe they're probably the number 2 or number 3 ranked team in 5A. They are undefeated, 9-0, 5-0 in the region. If the paths still open up for us, that collision course will happen in week 3 of the playoffs.
Yeah, we I don't know much about Beauregard. I know a little bit about Charles Henderson from following them and their journey last year. It's nothing's going to be easy once it's playoff time. You like a good 1-4 matchup. Not a lot of upsets in 6A and below in the 1-4 matchup, so you got to like that where you stand next week here.
Well, Beauregard is traditionally, a traditional football, baseball powerhouse. Sits just outside the city limits of Opelika, over there by Auburn. Have been really good. When I was at Jackson High School back in, I believe it was probably 2015, 2016, had really, really good teams, played for a state championship. So traditionally really, really good, but struggling a little bit this year. They're 2-3 in their region. And so, having to travel that far in the first round of the playoffs weighs heavy on a football team.
So the Dolphins will be kicking from the Red Raider 45 right here. Low line drive kick. The ball has been touched, so he will have to return this. Oh, man, so I guess if it goes into the end zone. All right, so low line drive kick right there by Will Langston. Deflected off of the receivers or the returner's hands into the end zone it goes. So we will have 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, Coach? We'll get there, or the 20-yard line. So right here we got 1:40. We got 1st and 10. Dolphin defense taking the field right here. Been playing a lot better. We've been winning first down, Coach, here these last few series.
And it's got to continue. It's got to continue because this potent BC Rain offense will strike at any moment. So we've got to continue to be diligent on first down and win first down.
So right there, they were in a 2-by-2 set. We get heat coming from the backside. Ball is thrown up, and it is almost picked off by Carter Bird right there. Great backside pressure coming from Kingston Lowe.
Winning first down, the Kingston Lowe, and I cannot read the number of the other guy, but sandwiched Amari Yelding right there as he's stepping in to throw that ball deep. Probably not a great read right there, but Carter Bird almost coming up with a phenomenal interception, which would have been unbelievable there. It would have given us a minute 32 seconds to possibly punch in another score before halftime.
Coach, this has been a long first half. They like to throw the football, and with all these incompletions and the stoppage of the clock, it's going to be a long night here at the Mick. But, hey, the Dolphins playing well, so I'm in for it right there. Hand off to the running back up the middle right there. Looks like he's going to get about 5 yards. Going to keep the clock going right there. You just wonder right here if BC Rain's going to kind of see if they can run the clock out. Dolphins do have – we still have 3 timeouts, correct?
I believe that's right, yes. But I think Coach Hudd will probably be content right here going into the into the locker room with a 30-14 lead, regroup, come back out here and have a great second half. I was going to say the same thing. Does Coach Yelding, roll the dice here and try to, with 1 minute and 32 seconds, now under a minute, try to punch this in? But it looks like he's going to be content to run this football and just try to get into the halftime.
Jesus.
Salvin on the carry for the Raiders, brought down by Landon.
So we got to run underneath for a first down. We've got a flag on the field. Bray Jackson in the wide out. I'm not sure the number for them. We're going at it pretty heavily right here. And I'm not sure which direction this will go. Bray Jackson pleading his case, thinking this one may be against the Dolphins as well. Because I watched it both happen. I believe it should be offsetting. I may have some navy-colored lenses.
Dead ball, personal foul against the defense. Those penalties offset.
And it was. Good call there, Coach Jacks.
They were both going at it. But I saw them stop at the whistle. I did. And I'm not, I'm not a referee. I understand they got to keep control of the game so it doesn't get out of hand. And
that very well may, with all the chippiness that we've had up to this point, that may have been just the officials right there trying to keep control of this game, not let it get out of hand, which you can understand. Same thing in baseball and basketball. The officials have a job and they're doing it.
We got a run up underneath right there. Looks to be about a 10-yard gain.
Bryce Dowdler on the carry.
And then it looks like we're going to get a penalty on them. Running back, getting up a little bit late with a little bit of extracurricular activities.
Yeah, just kind of losing their minds a little bit. Number 3, Bryce Dowdland just made a tremendous run right there on first down, and then as he got up with a slew of Dolphins getting up as well, drops his shoulder and just runs right over one of those Dolphins that was in on that tackle. The officials are going to – you have to throw the flag right there, and that's going to back BC Rain up 15 yards. 13 seconds to go in the half. I think right now we just need to get into the locker room.
Against the offense.
Yeah, I would like to see it get cleaned up a little bit on both sides. I'm not a fan of all the flags, and especially the unsportsmanlike conduct right here. I understand the kids are playing hard, lots of emotion on the field right there, but let's hope some of this is going to get a little bit cleaned up here so we – we're on pace to be here to midnight, Coach, and we don't get, keep all these flags and stoppage of play off the field. So it's going to back, with the penalty, it's going to back the BC Rain Raiders up to the 31-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Clock is running. I imagine right here we're not going to see another snap. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure what we're doing here. They actually snapped the ball with 3 seconds left to take a knee when.
That's the end of the third.
All right, head scratcher there, Coach. But needless to say, we are here at halftime. Gulf Shores Dolphins 30, BC Rain 14. So far, the difference in the game is special teams, Coach.
No doubt. And I'm gonna go a little bit further and say I'm really proud of the Gulf Shores Dolphin football team for not only taking that first few punches from BC Rain, but responding and responding to that punch and just kind of taking over the game with special teams right there.
So with that, we are going to leave you guys to watch the bands perform, and we'll take a little break. We'll be back with about 2 or 3 minutes left at halftime to go over some stats and get ready for the second half.
Let's do it.
As the sound of spirit, Red Raider marching band comes to the field, often imitated, but never duplicated. Let's give it up for our Red Raiders. Downtown, Midtown, Mobile, Sims, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, VIP. If you're in the house tonight, let me hear you make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our principal, Carilza Williams, and director of band, the Doctor and the Mason, Kendall Ford, we proudly present to you the BC Rain Sound and Spirit marching Red Raiders. This evening, we are here to show you that it's not the size of the band, but the size of the sound. First off, we will open up with Chopper Style. Ravishing and radiant raindrop ladies, please move the band into formation. Oh, ladies, let's show those dolphins how it's done. The band will now play their traditional feature by new edition entitled, Can You Stand the Rain? The band will be marching to the classic tune by the hip-hop group TLC called What About Your Friends? Front and center, we have our lovely Radiant Raindrop flag line, coached by Jaden Lott and Jalea Moore, with Captain Brandon Thornton and co-captain Mackenzie Scott. Let's show our character ladies some love. In concert band formation, the Sound and Spirit Band will slow it down to the sound by the late Michael Jackson. This tune is called You're Not Alone. under the dance leadership of the dynamic Miss Allegra McGatton and assistant Mr. Curtis McMillan, we present to you the jazzy, classy, but never trashy, beautiful, ravishing raindrop dancing to Beyonce, Run the World. Captain and co-captain this year, Miss Chanel Jackson and Miss Robin Pratt. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the Sound and Spirit Red Raider Marching Band. The band is under the direction of the Doctor in the Making, Kendall Ford, Assistant Jabari Jackson. Auxiliary sponsor is Miss Sean Cheatham. Auxiliary instructor is Allegra McGatton. Assistant Mr. Jalen Lack and Mr. Curtis McMillan. Chief Arrangers Mr. Alvin Davis. Finally, yours truly, coming by and the voice of the Sound and Spirit Marching Band. Hope you enjoyed our performance, and we out. Let's give it up for the Red Raiders!
Activate system check. Initialize. Left. Initialize. Right. Initialize. Center. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We invite you to join us on a journey to a world apart from yours. Our world is fast. Our world is dangerous. Our world is digital. Be forewarned. This passage may come at a cost, and while you will return, we cannot guarantee you will return unchanged. You will now experience our world, portrayed by the Gulf Shores High School Marching Band. Drum majors Ava Hillier and Amanda Larenas. Is the band ready? You may proceed into The grid. Engaging. Desk wars. From deep within the room, a battle between good and evil unfolds. Witness this epic clash of forces within the digital realm as light and energy converge to decide the fate of those involved.
Welcome back, Dolphin Nation. Coach Tolbert, Chris Jacks back here for the second half call of the Dolphins versus BC Rain. Coach Tolbert, after one half of football, seems like a long. I mean, it is 9 o'clock, man. We've had games be done at this time. We're just now starting the third quarter.
Well, I'm here for the long run, and we'd like to clean up some of these penalties and some of these stoppages of play. Maybe get this clock rolling a little bit. Maybe we'll see a little bit more out of the run game. With a 30-14 lead, just try to get back into the locker room with a 10-0 regular season, and then start focusing in on the playoffs.
Yes, sir. So, first half, both defensive, playing well. Gulf Shores right now with 55 yards of total offense. Man, I am really impressed, not only with the scheme and the effort and the athletes of BC Rain, but their defense has been really, really good tonight.
Really sound, really fundamental, getting lots of good pressure from the defensive front, linebackers filling gaps. Really tough to run on the outside, really tough to stretch them, although Colin Wilson saw some success there at the end of the second quarter there. But like you said, just a fundamentally sound defensive scheme here from Coach Yelding's BC Rain Red Raiders.
So what we have here is we have 7 first down for the Dolphins, 14 for BC Rain. Gulf Shores ran the ball 12 times for 29 yards. Coach, we're only averaging 2.4 yards a carry, which is our bread and butter.
Yeah, and you'd like to think Coach Hudd and Coach Edenfield went into that locker room to talk about making some halftime adjustments to maybe get a little bit better push and a few more yards on each and every carry that we make, because like you said, that is our bread and butter, which opens up a lot of other things for this high-powered offense.
On the flip side, BC Rain with 24 rushes, only 22 yards. So our defense allowing 0.9 yards a carry. So, we're getting it done. They've hit some big plays they've only completed 4 passes, but for 150 yards. So, they've got 172 yards, but it happened on 4 plays, 150.
That's right. That's right. Well, and you'd like to think that, like I said, those halftime adjustments have been made, and you'll come out here and see a much more determined offense to get things going, to maybe keep the defense off the field, because they were on the field in the first half quite a lot, more than you'd like to see. And you want to keep those guys as fresh as possible.
Well, here we go. Our best offense of the night is on the field in our kickoff return unit here. They're lined up. They've got more guys over there, then they come back and kick it where they don't have as many guys. So right here we got number 6 coming through right there, wrapped up by number 2, I believe. Wrapped up Colin Wilson right there by the leg and drove him down. Dolphins will get good field position on the 39-yard line.
Well, the kickoff team there, like we talk about, pick your poison. They were not. There was no way they were going to kick that ball to number 2. But got to kick it off to somebody, and there's Colin Wilson. You'd like to have that ball in his hands too, because he's got the threat of taking one to the house, just like Ronnie did 3 times in the first half.
That's right. So we got what we call our trip set. So we got 2 receivers to the wide side with the H-back in. He's right outside right there. We got the outside zone fake kept by the quarterback, and he gets tough run to the 41-yard line. Looks to be about a gain of 2. We got 2nd and 8 coming up.
Judd Harris, late in this season, has done a really good job of making those reads right there, when to tuck it, when to hand it off. And when he gets outside of that tackle box, he has got the ability to make some elusive plays.
So Dolphins with their 2-back set. Ronnie Royal, Colin Wilson in the backfield. We check, see what they're in. We got 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. We got the ball snapped right there to Colin Wilson. He's got a nice hole up the field, dances around just a little bit, and gets to the 44-yard line. We've got 3rd and manageable, Coach. I like 3rd and 3.
Well, and again, that's what we talked about going into the second half. Clearly, some adjustments have been made. There is a focus on running this football, which what you said earlier was our bread and butter. And here we are, the first 2 plays of the second half have been handoffs, and we, like you said, 3rd and manageable here.
So we got our 2 sniffer look right here. We got ball back, snap to Ronnie Royal, give the ball to Ronnie Royal. Number
Royal tackled in the backfield.
6.
2+ on the play.
Number 8 right there, Coach. Number 8 penetrates right there. Tackle for loss in the backfield. Tackle a loss of 2 right there. Great job by the linebacker shooting the gap.
Khalil P. Ryan, number 8. He's a linebacker, 5'8", 205 pounds, just a junior. Made a great read right there. Got through the gap and made a great open field tackle right there to keep Ronnie from busting one right there and forcing a 4th down. And here we are punting to the BC Rain Red Raiders.
Well, if you're BC Rain, that's what you want. 3 and out, drawn up right there. Our punt unit's on. We got a good snap in the chest. Good punt, good hang time to the sideline, between the numbers and the sideline. We're going to get a Dolphin bounce and a Dolphin roll right there. That's going to bring it down to about the 17-yard line right there, and I think Blaze Thomas was the one that killed it. Good snap, good punt, good operation right there. Let's flip the field position.
Yeah, and there's the beauty of a strong special teams unit that has been obviously strong all night long. Like you said, great snap, great punt, come off the boot really well. Nice little spiral there off the foot, and it took a Dolphin bounce inside the 20-yard line. Great field position. You'd like to have seen that in the first half, but we've obviously cleared it up, and here we are in the second half.
So defense takes the field. We've got ball 1st and 10. BC Rain has it on their own 17-yard line in their trips. Bunch package right here to the boundary. Yelding at quarterback, number 1 in motion across. We got fake the zone, throwing it to the wide out right there in the flat right there to the running back, number 3. Looks to be about a 6-yard gain right there. So
nice play design right there to get the ball into number 3's hands. Bryce Dowdland, who scored on the second play. And here we are, a nice little gain right here on 1st down. But here we are, just on the the second possession of the first half. With another flag right here around midfield.
Dead ball, personal foul against the defense.
It's real frustrating, Coach, that right there, is that Carter Bird that got that? He's nowhere around the play. It's just unnecessary football right there. I didn't see it. I'm watching the play right there, getting into the flat. Nice play design by BC Rain.
Yeah, you can just see Coach Hudd. It's driving Coach Hudd crazy right down there on the sideline. Just like you said, just so far away from the play. Doesn't have an effect on the outcome of the play, but yet there's 15 extra yards for BC Rain, and they're moving.
So we got the handoff to number 3 right there, and he's got some room. He gets to the edge, and he looks like it's going to be right at the 1st down and maybe 1st and 10 or 2nd and 1 right there. So we got a little, look to me like the power right there. Pulling guard, running the H-back up there, hits it right off tackle.
Yeah,
good 1st down play right there, Coach.
Number 70, Jameer Pedway, offensive lineman, 5'10", 210, senior. Really set that edge right there, made a great block on the defensive line, which allowed Dowdland to get around that edge right there, and a big gain right there on 1st down. Here again, here's this high-powered BC Rain offense moving these chains.
We got 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Ball is snapped. It is handed off to number 28, I believe, right there, and is immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage, and we have got another flag, which in that area seems to be a face mask. And that is what it's going to be.
That's exactly what it is.
Back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, but last 2 out of 3 plays have been 15 yards. So we have giving BC Rain 30 yards worth of penalties right here. And
starting the second half about like we started the first half, just not all together, not running and pumping on all cylinders. We come out, a really quick 3 and out, have to give the ball back to BC Rain, and like you just said, they start the possession on their own 17-yard line, and here they are on the 38-yard line on their good side, and we've given them 30 yards in penalties.
So we got 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Ball's handed off to number 3 again, and Apata Dolphins bring him down. Looks like to be a gain of 1, maybe 2. We got physical football right there. Football being played between the tackles right there. Another tough run by number 3, Coach.
Well, I tell you what I've seen over the last several plays is obviously this is a chippy game, and there's been a lot of flags, personal fouls, 15 yards. But now you're starting to see these kids and what you see on TV, a lot of tie-ups right there, whistle starts to blow, and now we're starting to see a few flops down there. So I hope the officials are watching and not seeing a lot of this flopping going down, and it's just we don't get burned on a 15-yarder for somebody flopping.
So 2nd and 9, motioning the running back out of the backfield right there. Nice little dump down to him. Great catch by number 3, and big hit by I believe that is Otto Brewer, and he's got the football right there. The referee is holding up the 3rd down marker, but senior Otto Brewer screaming to the football right there and delivers a big blow on the running back right there. But, Coach, we got another flag down right there.
It's a holding call. It happened on the other side of the play. I think the offensive lineman just tried to set that edge right there on that pass play and just got a little too much jersey. And the White Hats saw it, and it's going to back BC Rain up 10 yards from that spot.
So we'll redo 2nd down.
10-yard penalty.
And Otto Brewer, going back to that play, Otto Brewer made a great play in the open field right there. Referee did make a really good call right there that the runner was down as they rolled over, and the ball wound up in Otto Brewer's hands. But a really good call right there from the official.
So it looks to be about 2nd down and 20, 18. BC Rain on the Dolphin 44-yard line. I'm sorry, 47-yard line.
The secondary cannot fall asleep right here, as obviously Amari Yelding has proven, and here he is throwing the ball down the field.
1-on-1 right here, and that's going to go against Braden Jackson right there. I believe he was pulling number 1's arm down. From what I can see, I believe that's what I thought I saw, Coach.
And I saw it too, and I really don't think it was intentional, but what I do think is Braden saw an overthrown ball, and he's trying to make a play on it, adjust his body to make that interception, and as he adjusted his body, he got a little too much of the receiver, and the referee was right on it. And they get called for a 10-yard holding penalty, and we're going to give it right back here with the pass interference.
Good job by Amari Yelding right there, finding the one-on-one coverage, throwing the jump ball up to his guy, man. You know, wide receivers, when they get that one-on-one coverage, they're not real happy if you don't throw in the ball, because good wide receivers believe they're going to win any one-on-one every day.
And that's why I just mentioned this secondary cannot fall asleep. Amari Yelding has plenty of ability to push the ball down the field with his arm as well as his legs, and there was a good example of it right there. Just like I said, Braden Jackson got a little too much of the receiver, and the referee was on top of it.
So we're going to let them finish marking this off. Looks like we're going to have 2nd down and about 4, Coach. Is that what it looks like to you, or is that an automatic 1st down?
No, I think in the high school ranks it's 15 yards. From the line of scrimmage, and it like you said, it's going to be 2nd and probably about a long 5. We'll call it 6.
So we got the snap, ball handed off number 3. He waits, stutter steps, turns the jets on. There comes Braden Jackson flying down and makes a great tackle right there.
You know, and us, we're all coaches, and we talk about this all the time to all of our players, where we talk about, guys, if you make a mistake, hey, don't dwell on it. Let's move on to the next play and make up for it. There's a great example right there of Braden Jackson fitting that run, coming up from his corner spot and making a great open field tackle right there to keep the ball behind that line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at a 3rd and probably a long 7.
So you got to think this is probably going to be 4-down territory for the Raiders. So we got ball snap, motion of the running back. We bring the heat, and we get to him.
Blaze Thomas.
The Otto Brewer finishes him up. Blaze Thomas makes him step up.
What a call from defensive coordinator Brian Van Gorder, dialing up some pressure right there. We're filling those gaps and making a play on a special talent in Amari Yelding, and he goes down. Again, Blaze Thomas making a great play right there on the quarterback, which puts the ball behind the original line of scrimmage right there. Now we're looking at a 4th and we'll call it 14, maybe 15, and it's going to bring BC Rain's punt unit back up. The last time we saw BC Rain's punt unit, number 35, the punter, took his eyes off that ball on the snap, and we made a great play on it and was able to tackle him for even a bigger loss in the first half. There looks like there's a timeout on the field from BC Rain, and so I think Coach Yelding wants to talk about it, make sure we look this ball right into his hands before he makes this kick.
Well, you're looking at 4-down territory, but when you get a sack of 7-8 yards, Coach, I guess that was really about 9 yards. Not going to be able to go. I mean, there's not much in the playbook at 4th and 15.
Well, you want to get excited about something? How about the last 2 plays have been no laundry on the field? How about that?
Yeah, lot of flags tonight. A lot of flags. Maybe we hopefully we're going to clean that up.
You know, it's something we've talked about all season long, Coach. You and Owen up here in the booth and me being down on the sidelines, we converse about it quite often. You know, obviously winning the region, number 1 team in the 5A classification. You know, we're going to get a 4 seed coming to the MIC here next week, like we talked about, probably Beauregard. But as you move deeper and deeper, you would like to see the Dolphins really clean that up, because there is a collision course. You don't want to look too far ahead, but like we talked about, there is a collision course, round 3 coming, should the Dolphins be able to get there.
I looked for a quick punt right here. Yep, there it is. Barely got it off, but was able to get it off. Ronnie is still back there, but we're going to, you know, and that was a great job by BC Rain. I was looking for that earlier in the first half.
Yes, we mentioned that early in the first half, and we talked about that quick kick. There it was right there. Great execution from Amari Yelding, and he's pinned the Dolphins deep into their own territory at the 7-yard line.
Well, as the Dolphin offense comes out right here, Coach, we're going to have 1st and 10, looks like from our own 6-yard line, 6.5-yard line. So tough field position, Coach. We've been inside the 10-yard line to start drives off 4 or 5 times tonight, and it's been tough sledding for the Dolphins. So we got 1st and 10 right here. Ball is snapped to Judd Harris. Ball's handed to Colin Wilson. He makes a nice spin move, gets out to about the 10-yard line. We're going to have about 2nd and 6, Coach.
Good first down run right there. Get away from our own goal line. Give us a little space to work with right here. And, you know, again, we talk about winning first down on defense. You know, you get 4 yards on an inside run right there on first down. I'd say that's a win for the offense. Playbook's wide open.
So we've got 2nd and 6. Ball is snapped, hand off to Wilson. He hits it straight downhill. He's got some running room, stays on his feet, gets the first down, and we've got another penalty.
That's going to be, you know, I saw the reaction from number 6 right there from BC Rain, pushing Ronnie from about the 15 back to about the 10-yard line. But there are 2 flags down there. Hopefully it'll be, you know, either against them or offsetting at worst. Clearly, there's been an adjustment here on the offensive line from the Dolphin offensive line, and we are getting some really good push up front.
Personal foul against the offense. Dead ball, personal foul against the defense. Those penalties offset. Result of the play. Ball spotted 24-yard line. There will be an Island Church. First down, Dolphins.
So those penalties do offset. One of that was on BC Rain's number 6, Jordan Vines, defensive back, 175 pounds, 5'11", junior. Got tied up with Ronnie right there, and they were both flagged, and those penalties offset. Result of the play, first down, Coach.
So here we go, first down. We're at the 24-yard line. Ball snap, handed off to Ronnie. He hits it hard, Coach, and he's got some room right there. Right up, finishes the run. Nice run right there. Off it, that run in the zone play right there, and Ronnie hits it, gets a crease downhill. You know, Ronnie's not much for dancing when it gets down to football.
Listen,
he likes to get downhill.
The Dolphins have a great 1-2 punch right there with Colin Wilson and Ronnie, but that's as hard as the Dolphins have hit a hole on a run play all night long, something you love to see right there. Huge gain right there on first down. I'd go back to him, Coach.
So here we go right there. Looks like we're coming right back to the zone. And nice job of adjusting right there. BC Rain looks like we're only going to get about a yard right there.
Short gain on the play brings up 2nd and 9 for the Dolphins.
And dare I say, another
a stoppage of play.
Another flag right back here at the 40-yard line. Receiver and a defensive back from BC Rain got tied up once again.
Penalty flag on the play. Dead ball. Personal foul against the defense.
Well, right there, good job by the Dolphins not retaliating. That one's against BC Rain and only BC Rain. So I'm not really sure how many there's been tonight. I know there's been a lot. I've watched been a part of a lot of high school football games, and I've never seen the amount of personal fouls, Coach, that I have, and unsportsmanlike conduct. I've never seen this. So,
it's unbelievable, Coach. It's something that you don't want to see. Obviously, we've talked about cleaning it up, but I will give the officials their credit where credit's due. They are keeping this game they are keeping control of this game and not letting it get out of hand.
So we had a handoff right there to Colin Wilson on the zone. He cuts back right there, was able to pick up 2 yards. Got the ball into Red Raider territory on the 40-yard line. We've got 2nd and 8. Clock's moving, which is in our favor. Right now, Coach, we just don't need to allow any big plays. No big change of momentum right here. Just keep hammering away, keep hitting the nail on the head with the hammer, getting positive yards.
The run game is working right here. Watch out for a shot down the field.
Here it comes right here. We got a 3-step drop by the freshman. He sees him. Little underthrown, makes a great play coming back towards the ball.
A little double move right there.
I'm not sure if is that not Alex Rippey at quarterback, Coach? Did we miss a change of quarterback? I believe that is senior number 13, Alex Rippey, baseball, football player for the Dolphins.
Yeah, pretty good throw right down there where, you talked about it earlier where it was a one-on-one, and you'd like to think Braden Jackson, as a receiver, is going to win that battle. Ball maybe a little underthrown. Braden made a great adjustment coming back to the ball. Defensive back just was there too and made a great play. And, we live to fight another day. It's just 2nd down and about 8 yards.
Well, Braden did a good job of adjusting his body and giving himself a chance to make the play, and it hit him in the hands, and he just happened to drop it. Not a bad throw by Rippey right there. Alex Rippey, who's a senior football, baseball player, helped the Dolphins to their 3rd consecutive area champions last year as the number 2 pitcher, and getting his opportunity here at quarterback tonight to make something happen for the Dolphins with a 30-14 lead with a little over 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, good to see him getting some quality reps right here. Judd Harris obviously has taken control of this offense as a starter, but it's always good to lean on a guy that of Alex Rippey's experience to be able to come in and still lead the Dolphin offense down the field. But as I say that, they're going to back us up just a little bit for yet another penalty. I've just never seen it. I've never seen it, Coach.
My mama told me a long time ago, if you do not have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So we're going to be at 3rd and Fort Morgan right here, Coach. As my Owen Corcoran favorite saying right there. I hope he heard that because he does a great job. But right here, they're offside, so we'll get about 5 yards back right there. So they were lined up, ready to bring the house right there on 3rd and Fort Morgan, and Alex Rippey with a hard count was able to draw BC Rain offsides.
Yeah, BC Rain just showed their hand a little too soon. They dialed up the pressure. Alex Rippey hit them with the hard count and drew the Raiders offside, so we're going to get 5 yards back right there on 3rd and what you would call still Fort Morgan.
Might be getting around the peninsula range right here on this one right here. Not quite all the way down the peninsula, right? Right here we go, 3rd and 17 or so. Dolphins got the ball right at 50 at the midfield. Snap. Looks like we're running the screen. Rippey with the throw. Hits it in Colin Wilson. Wilson's got a lot of grass.
There he goes.
He may take this one to the house right here. He needs one block
on
the
blockers.
Edge. Gets guy coming from behind and is able to pull him down right around the 6-yard line. We've got more extracurricular activity right there. Great job by Ronnie Royal. We've got a penalty back here. Maybe this is roughing the roughing the passer.
Yeah,
Great play design by Coach Edenfield right there, Coach.
Unbelievable execution right there on a 3rd and long and running that screen play. And, yeah, I think the defense took it out on the quarterback, and they're going to flag him here. We'll probably decline this and take the positive play.
Well, now that we got a moment, my wife has texted me and said my son is waiting for his shout-out. So I'm going to use this time to give my son, Shaw Jackson, a shout-out because I told him I would, Coach. So, missing my boy tonight. He wasn't able to come to the game because they're hanging out at the house, got some things going on. But always a great night here at the Mick. Got lots of families watching the ball game, watching the 9-0 #1 Dolphins right here. About to put in a little exclamation point on this one, I'm hoping, Coach.
Well, Shaw deserves that. He deserves that shout out because earlier in the day I saw him restocking the cooler. Didn't have to be asked. Just stepped into the office and took the core powers and restocked that refrigerator for his daddy.
He may make a good manager one day for a sports program.
Don't knock the managers, baby. I was one for 3 years at Auburn University.
So here we go. We got 1st and goal right here at the 4-yard line. Dolphins in there, 2-by-2 set, motioning the H-back. Stevens back in the backfield. Trips to the boundary there. Ball's handed off to Colin. Puts his foot in the ground. That's going to be a touchdown. Dolphins right there. I believe that is his number. I said it earlier and I can't remember it.
Penalty flag on the play.
17th rushing touchdown on the year for junior Colin Wilson, Coach.
Well, I hate to say it, Coach, but there is another flag right around the end zone. I believe it did happen after the play. There seems to be a Red Raider down. And it looks as almost the entire BC Rain coaching staff is out around the 5-yard line checking on their player.
All right, we're going to use this time to take a break.
Touchdown Dolphins. Dead ball, personal foul against the offense. Dead ball, personal foul against the defense. Those penalties offset. Result of the play. Touchdown Dolphins.
And we are back here as the Dolphins extra point team is taking the field right there after the Dolphin touchdown from Colin Wilson. 36-14, Dolphins on their way to a perfect regular season, Coach.
What a great play dialed up right there by Coach Edenfield's offense. Just got Colin Wilson the ball. He goes into the end zone untouched to tack on another 6 points. And then an extra point right there added on for, 36-14, Coach.
So far, every extra point has been a little chippy right there, and I don't.
Dolphins 37, Red Raiders 14.
We've gotten a lot of heat right there, and it's just been, right there at the. There's a flag, right? There's a flag. It's unbelievable.
It's every single play.
I mean, it really is. We have definitely had more plays in the third quarter with a flag than without a flag.
Coach, that looks like it's a
towel.
Red flag.
My bad.
Can you blame us for thinking that it was?
Yeah, for some reason, it looked like it had that color shade to it. But we're still, needless to say, still have 3 minutes left in the third quarter, Coach. Dolphins 31, BC Rain 14.
Well, I will say this. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. You really don't want to come out and be relaxed with a 37-14 lead. You know what kind of offense BC Rain has, and you do not want to relax it at all, because all this high-powered offense needs is just a little bit of a spark to get going, and if they do get going, watch out. But you want to see us shore some things up right here and just keep doing what we're doing, stay fundamentally sound, and just keep working this clock, and let's get out of here with our first 10-0 season.
So Will Langston with the kickoff right here. Looks like it's going to be received right at the 9-yard line. He runs into his own player. Number 1 receives it, runs into his own player. We've got another flag right there with some extracurricular activities going on right on the BC Rain sideline.
I mean, at this point, Coach, you just like to see any time a whistle blows, just get up. If you're on the field, laying on the field, or if you're around the ball, when the whistle blows, you'd like to see the guys just run back to your own sideline or get back on your side of the ball, get the call from the defensive coach, and let's just like I said, try to get out of here unscathed, unhurt. With nobody getting ejected for stupid penalties, and because we're going to need those guys as we move forward in the playoffs.
So is that just against the Dolphins right there? I didn't see if it was. It looks like it is just against the Dolphins. So 15-yard penalty on the Dolphins. It's going to be first down, BC Rain at their own 37-yard line. Who was the penalty against, Coach? I did not see.
I did not hear that either.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. Red Raiders in their bunch personnel, 85 going in their jet motion across the field to their sideline. Ball snapped, handed off to number 3, the running back. He hits it hard right there, man. He is a load and does a nice job of running the football right there, lowering his shoulder. It looks to be about a 4-yard run.
Ball brought out to the 42-yard line. Tackle by
Landon Everett there on the tackle, man. He's just.
Oh, my Lord.
Penalty flag on the play.
Gosh,
well, you could see the reaction right there from the BC Rain.
Unsportsmanlike against the Dolphins.
You would have thought by the reaction of the BC Rain linemen that was going to be on them, but.
As you can see, Ronnie Royal trying to lead his guys, and looks like Bray Jackson is coming off. I'm not sure if that was against him as Elijah Myers comes into the game. Ronnie Royal showing his leadership, talking to his guys right now, trying to plead to them that let's play football. Because really what we've played this quarter is
well, it ain't football, I can tell you that.
It's I'm going to be real careful with my choice of words here. We're going to have 1st and 10. We're going to be 43-yard line.
Coach, there's so many positive things that have happened within this game when we've, there's been a lot of good things happen, and it's what's happening is it's all being overshadowed by the amount of personal fouls, the amount of penalties, and that's not what you want to see on a senior night, on a night that you've got a chance to go 10-0 for the first time in school history as a number 1 ranked team in the 5A classification. It's just not something that you want to see, and I know it's boiling Coach Hudd's blood down there, and he's having a nice little conversation right there with the White Hat. White Hat's explaining just exactly what he heard, what was told, and why he threw the flag. But if that's on Braden Jackson, that very well could be an ejection for.
I don't know, Coach. I really don't know, and I don't know. I'm not really.
I don't want to speculate.
No, I don't either. I don't know. We're going to take this time to step away while Coach Hudd and the White Hat conversate. All right, and we are back here. We got first down and 10 for the BC Rain Red Raiders in their bunch package right here on our 43-yard line. Yelding at quarterback. Ball is snapped. 3-step drop. Looking for a screen. There's nobody in sight. I don't really know how that's not going to be intentional grounding. There's definitely a flag on the ground, but I'm not sure if I see an intentional. We got a hold.
Holding against the offense, 10-yard penalty.
Got a holding for sure right there. So good job right there by our defense.
Yeah, Coach Van Gorder's defensive front right there just shot the gaps right there, put a lot of pressure on Amari Yelding, and he just didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And it's
there is you're right, Coach. That was an intentional grounding call.
So does that tack on, Coach, or how does that roll right there? Is that?
Well, I think probably what you do.
Be a loss of down for sure, right? You take the intentional.
Well, you
grounding.
decline the hold, and you probably accept the intentional ground call right there because the intentional ground comes with a loss of down, and it's still it's a 10-yard penalty as well.
That's exactly what's going to happen right here, Coach Tolbert. So good call right there. We're going to have second down and 20.
I think we're back to Fort Morgan.
Coach, we're a long way down there. Coach, that's at the tip down there by Tacky Jacks. That is a long ways down there.
Well, if Tacky Jacks is listening, I sure could go for some Mexican garbage right now, baby. It's calling my name.
It is a staple here on the island, and I tell you what, Fort Morgan is a beautiful place. Some of the best sunsets I have ever seen in my life are down there in Fort Morgan looking over Dixie Bar. So we've got second down and a long right here. They're going to give just a handoff to number 3 who's trying to get to the edge. He does a good job of getting to the edge and is ran out of bounds by a host of Dolphins, I think led by number 2, Ronnie Royal right there, who is flying to the football. A little slow to get up.
Got a good chunk of the penalty yards back right there. Still third and long, but not as long as it was.
So we've got about third down and 15. Once again, BC Rain not great at special teams, and their kicking game is by far not their strength. They can get about half of this back right here. You're probably looking at a 4-down territory being down 37-14.
Coach, do you get a feel that as the game progresses, as the game goes on, a lot of the skill players, the receivers, running backs, who are also playing in the secondary at corner and some linebacker, do you get a feel that some of these skill guys are losing or are getting a little winded, a little fatigued right here? And I think that's just going to be a delay of game right there. I saw the play clock go to 0. But do you get that feel that some of these guys for BC Rain are being fatigued because they're having to play both sides of the ball?
I agree, Coach. Sometimes your focus can lose right there, and causing some of these penalties and causing some of these false starts and holds and things like that as the game wears on. So right here we've got third down, kind of an empty package right here. Number 3 comes out. We're bringing the heat right here, and Yelding has no chance at getting that one off as the Dolphins, led by Kingston Lowe and Matt Kisner, putting the pressure on Yelding right there.
One of the reasons I bring that up is if you really take a look and watch this offensive line that in the beginning of the game was getting a great push, was very explosive in opening up holes in the run game and actually protecting Amari Yelding. You don't see them firing off the ball when that ball's being snapped as much, and you start to wonder, are they getting fatigued? And then also the routes that the receivers are running, maybe a little lazy, but nonetheless, you still can't relax with number 4 back there under center.
So we have got fourth down and around 20. BC Rain still has their offense on the field, and it looks like they are going to take a timeout. And so we are going to take a timeout with them with 1:55 left in the third quarter. Gulf Shores 37, BC Rain 14.
Serving the local area for 35-plus years.
And we are back here at the MIC. We've got 4th down and 20. BC Rain has brought out the punt team, Coach.
Yeah, number 35, Tyrese Sutton back there for yet another punt. Actually makes a good one.
Got a flag on the field,
Fair
Coach.
catch by Ronnie Royal back at the 21-yard line.
Great punt right there by Tyrese Sutton, who also plays the defensive line. Again, 6 feet, 240 pounds. He's a 10th grader. Had great hang time right there. And let me tell you, the best way, if you're going to kick to number 2, the best way to keep him under wraps is by kicking a high ball that has a lot of hang time to where it forces number 2 to make a fair catch.
So what do we got here, Coach? What are we thinking here? I mean, I didn't see any running into the punter.
Well, I'm not
holding on them.
I am a betting man, but if I'm having to put money on it, I'm going to say personal foul.
Man. Coach, it is 9:37, and we are not even in the 4th quarter. So here we go. We got some Dolphins running back onto the field. It is senior night here at Gulf Shores, so, over the next quarter and in a minute, over the next 13, 14 minutes, you expect to see some of these senior Dolphins get into the game here, the ones that have not yet. It looks to me like we got Alex Rippey back out at quarterback for the Dolphins with Colin Wilson in the backfield. Dolphins are going to take over. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
And what a great ceremony before the game started, and honoring all of these seniors, and not just the football seniors, but we had cheerleaders and band members that were also being recognized, and just an unbelievable experience for those guys to share it with their families, to be recognized, to be called out. It was truly good to see to start the game.
What do we call right here? Looks like we got 5 yards. They called encroachment on the defense.
I think one of the defense, number 2, I believe, lined up in the neutral zone right there, and he got caught. So it's going to move the ball 5 yards. So we're going to have first down and 5.
So Dolphins in their standard trip set. We got the H-back in, 2 receivers to the field, hand off to Wilson. Makes a great cut, gets into the open field right there. Stiff arms, number 19, gets to the corner, stays on his feet, and looks to step out of bounds somewhere around the 36-yard line of the BC Rain Red Raiders.
Did you see the shiftiness of Colin Wilson right there? That was, stops on a dime and moves left to avoid a would-be tackler, and then continues his run and winds up stepping out of bounds. That's next level stuff, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. He's got FBS running back written all over him as Ronnie Royal is set to take the snap for the Dolphins, and he receives it, heading outside on the outside zone, puts his foot in the ground, does a great job of getting about 7-6 yards right there. Not a lot there, but great job by Ronnie. He doesn't continue just to run out. He sees that they're coming, sticks his right foot in the ground, bam, 5 yards just like that from number 2.
Yeah, and I think that kind of goes back to, what we were talking about as far as the BC Rain guys getting a little tired, where we didn't get a lot of those stretch plays in the first half. Now that we're very successful here in the second half, big part of our run game being able to stretch this defense out.
So okay, their safeties are starting to back up right here a little bit. Alex Rippey set to take the snap, gets a 1-step drop, gets the ball out, great pass, nice pass to sophomore number 9. Price Stevens, that's a baseball-to-baseball connection right there, Coach. Pitcher-catcher right there. I like that.
Well, you can tell the quarterback also pitches, because that was an absolute laser to Price Stevens right there. And a great route by him, looking that ball all the way in and moving these chains.
Yeah, that was a good play right there by the Dolphins. So we've got our 2 backs, got our trips to the field. Price Stevens right outside the left tackle in his standard H-back position. Coach, I believe we're going to let this run down. Could be the longest quarter of Alabama High School Athletic Association history, and we are going to go to the 4th quarter here at the MIC. The Dolphins, the 9-0 Dolphins, number 1 in the state in 5A, region champs, 1 quarter away up 37-14 against BC Rain, 1 quarter away from being undefeated, Coach. And we'll be right back once we get across the field right here.
The fourth quarter will be brought to us by Seacrest Furniture, Interiors, and Renovations. In business for over 30 years with furniture and decorating ideas to enhance the coast with style. Thank you, Seacrest Furniture, Interiors, and Renovations.
And we are back for the final quarter of the 2023 regular season. Dolphins driving, have the ball inside the BC Rain 23-yard line. Alex Rippey at quarterback. Colin Wilson in the backfield. 1st and 10, ball is snapped. Hand off to Colin Wilson, patiently waiting. Stays on his feet. He's going to break it out right here, Coach. He's going to break it out right here and get all the way down to the 5-yard line. Nice job by Colin, patiently waiting. Gets wrapped up, keeps the leg drive, busts through, gets all the way down to the 5-yard line. And, Coach, you can see why he averages over 9 yards a carry and has 17 touchdowns on the year.
And credit the coaches right there for sticking with the run game, believing in it. We've talked about it. It's been our bread and butter the whole season, and to stick with it, not give up on it. And now the chunk plays are starting to come here as we start the fourth quarter.
I'd like to see some of this clock run down pretty quick, Coach, because we've been here a while. Alex Rippey said here at quarterback, he freezes them. We check. Ball snaps. Handoff to Colin Wilson. Hit around the 3-yard line. Continues to drive. Looks like he's going to be down around the 3-yard line. We're going to have 2nd and goal, Coach.
Well, just like you talked about, another run play. Didn't get a whole lot out of it, but the clock will continue to tick, and that's what you want to see right here.
Alex Rippey looking to the sideline, getting the play call. Dolphins in their 2x2 set, got the H-back just outside the left tackle. Motions the H-back, Price Stevens over to the right side. Look, Price Stevens comes back across right there, secures the block. Colin Wilson for his 3rd rushing touchdown tonight, 18th rushing touchdown on the year for the Dolphins, and does pretty much all but put the end of this game. It is now 43-14, Coach.
Yeah, that's it's early in the fourth quarter, but just by watching and seeing how the half is going, I mean that's pretty much a nail in the coffin right there, and probably a devastating blow right there to a BC Rain Red Raider team that came in here with a great plan, and just going to come up a little short tonight, but it'll move them. It'll move them to 7-3. We're going to have to see where they fall, probably 3rd in the region, which means they will have to travel to Region 4, who's going to finish 2nd in that region, which is, at this point, if it ended right now, would probably be Valley High School.
So I guess we are making the. Look at Rip. Oh, he lost the ball. Right there, so we go for 2 right there. Hand the ball off to Ronnie. Ronnie stops, throws it back to the quarterback, and Alex Rippey. Alex Rippey does everything he can right there to try to get that 2-point conversion for the Dolphins. The Dolphins' 2-point conversion is no good. Dolphins 43-14. 10 minutes and 31 seconds left in the clock, Coach.
Coach, did analytics say go for that? Go for that 2-point conversion? Or?
Coach, I'm not real sure. Math's not my strong suit. I'm a PE physical educator. About math 114 is about the extent of how far I had to go at Shelton State to the math that I needed. So,
well, you just brought it up. As this winds down, the Dolphins are going to host a first-round playoff game, probably against Beauregard, who is hosting Lincoln High School from Region 6 tonight. So it's an out-of-region game for Beauregard. Beauregard is going to finish 4 in Region 4. The number 1 team in Region 4 is going to be an undefeated Central Clay, who's had a great year. We've talked about possibly a matchup with them in the 3rd round. But this BC Rain team, should they finish 3rd right here, will probably have to travel to Valley High School for their first round. And then, the other matchup, I believe Faith Academy will probably finish 2nd in Region 1. And that would set up a host game for the Faith Academy Rams against Elmore County, which is just outside of Montgomery.
So we got a squibber down here from Will Langston, picked up by number 1 and tackled from the backside right there. Good coverage by the Dolphins. That looks like tackled by senior Connor Plants. Wide out for the Dolphins. Plans on attending Auburn University and study engineering. Been a pivotal player for the Dolphins on special teams and offense. And Connor's a great athlete. He played baseball for us for 3 or 4 years, and always a pleasure to be around. Super athletic kid, hard worker. Physically has gotten stronger and bigger in the weight room, and always a pleasure to be around him. We've got 1st and 10 right here from about the 21-yard line for the BC Rain Red Raiders. Motioning number 3 across on the jet motion, and they give it to him, and he's going to work to get to the outside, but that on running sideways against the Dolphin defense does not work out very well much for opponents right there. You have Jamichael Garrett with SEC offers, number 7, flying after him from the backside. And then you got Ronnie Royal, NC State commit, coming down as well. So when you got 2 Division I Power 5 players right there flying to the football, you like your chances.
Coach, and we hadn't talked about Jamichael Garrett, but we haven't called his name much, but he's been there and he's been flying around the field, and we may not have been calling his name for a reason. It could be that they're trying to run away from him because he is a vital part of that Dolphin defense. Just a sophomore, has multiple Division I Power 5 offers, but you can't keep a guy like that down all night. He finally got in there and made a play alongside Ronnie Royal.
Well, Coach, as they take a timeout, we're going to take a timeout here at the Mick with 9:36 left in the game. Your Dolphins 43, BC Rain 14.
Track 10s today are sponsored by Southern Heirloom Rug Cleaning, Lulu's, Mako Forestry, Wigan and Wilson, Glass Systems of Alabama, and the Mike Perry team.
And we are back as the Dolphins take the field here at 2nd and 12. BC Rain has the ball at their own 19-yard line. Raiders in a 2-by-2 set. Running back set in front of the quarterback. They're going to throw a little out route to number 85. Secures the catch. Gets upfield right there and is tackled by a pod of Dolphins. Coach, that's the first completion I remember BC Rain having in quite some time.
Yeah, it really was. And, like you said, just a little out route. And then you see just the entire Dolphin defense flying to the ball as they start to separate and get back to each of their respective sides of the ball. Once again, you see a yellow flag being thrown by that white hat. You know, Coach, I see a lot of times it's really big with a lot of these baseball guys, you know, really strengthening their arm, a lot of band work, a lot of weighted ball work, and just really strengthening those ligaments. You think these officials needed any of that work tonight with throwing all these yellow flags?
They definitely could have done some arm care. You know, at least arm circles, bare minimum. But, I mean, this is – I don't know, Coach. I don't know. I've not been around high school football for a long time. I was fortunate enough to play 3 years at Pell City High School, and then I'd coached for 5 – what we got?
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, I believe they just ejected Jamichael Garrett.
And I don't know how this is going to play into next week. I know when players get thrown out, there's sometimes some courses they could take online, and then they'll be out. I'm not sure, so I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know how it'll affect next week.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it'll affect next week, but if in high school athletics, if a kid is deemed ejected from a contest, there obviously is a fine from the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Not sure as to what that fine will be, but the course that you just mentioned, you know, a sportsmanship course of some kind, if that's taken by the kid that was ejected in a certain amount of time and they can prove that it was taken within that time, that fine is still there, but it comes down and not quite as much as the original fee would have been. But again, not real sure. It looks as though that was number 7, Jamichael Garrett, who we just mentioned, was tossed right here from the game, but not sure what was said or why.
So we got first down and 10. BC Rain at their own 47-yard line. 85 going in jet motion back towards their sideline. Quarterback takes the snap. He's rolling to his left. Gets rid of the ball. Just kind of throws it up right there. We are in good tight coverage. I believe that's Blaze Thomas right there on coverage, Coach.
Send 85 right out there on another type of wheel route and just really know where to go with the football right there. And I think Amari Yelding did the best thing to do, and that was just kind of, you know, he's outside of the tackle box. Again, nowhere to throw the ball, so he just threw it out of bounds to live to fight another day. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Red Raiders.
So we've got 2nd and 10. BC Rain gathering on the sideline with their coach. It's calling some type of play because they're about to get a delay a game.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, there it is. Well, let's use this time to talk about some men's hoop, Coach. I know you guys are opening up on Tuesday. Excited for the Jimbo Tolbert era to get started here in Gulf Shores. Coach, I know you're calling a football game tonight, but let's talk some hoops, Coach. What's your expectations for this year?
Well, the kids, at this point in the season,